Welcome back to another episode of Across the Pond MMA with me, Benji MMA, Alfredo MMA, Marauder MMA, Zombie Man J, and a very special guest today, BeeWolfMMA. How are you doing, my friend?
I appreciate the offer to come onto the show. Thank you guys for having me. I'm doing well. What about yourself?
Awesome, man. We're doing good. But we've got to talk about something very serious. We've got to address the elephant in the room. Jay, would you like to start?
Well, I mean, Sean Strickland got his first finish in like 3 decades, you know? So, I mean, that happens. I thought Fluffy was going to implement a better grappling game plan. I thought, it's very aware that he has a body weakness and that was not addressed. But I was wrong, bro. I mean, y'all can call me like 10,000 slurs on Twitter like y'all always do, but it is what it is, bro. I got to honor the bet. Me and Marauder made a bet. If Sean beats Fluffy, I had to come out wearing a whole America shirt. So I decided to go whole full redneck. So here we are, man. And in dishonor of Sean, we're going to be like this for the rest of the episode.
Hey, I think it suits you, man. I think it suits you.
Weapon?
It's cool. Yeah, he said it suits you, but what went through your mind when you were picking Fluffy?
Bro, okay, dude, like... See, this is what I hate, bro. I hate whenever, like, a fight happens, and then it's like, oh, how did you ever think that was going to happen? Dude, there's no way. Bro,
no,
okay, listen.
Well,
Drinkus was getting him down, bro. Like, I
Bro,
thought, okay.
yeah. No, but Jay, who fucking picks Fluffy, man?
You did! Dude, this is like the worst.
There's no evidence. If I picked Fluffy, then why am I not doing a forfeit? I clearly picked Sean Strickland. There's no evidence out there that I picked Fluffy to win.
What did you wager Marauder, though, in the event that, like, Fluffy did win? What would he
So basically the wager was if Fluffy was to win, because he was talking crazy about Terrence McKinney, I was going to get Terrence on the episode, and he had to apologize to him, like, directly.
Oh, okay.
That would have been amazing, though.
I don't know about apologizing, but no, honestly, because when I see this matchup, I have a video 3-4 months ago saying exactly what's going to happen, because as soon as this matchup got announced, it's an easy matchup to break down if you're a analyst of the sport. How can you pick Fluffy? That nigga hasn't done anything. He did, bro. Him doing all that Cain Velasquez shit to Roman Dolidze isn't cool. That doesn't make you an elite fighter going in there with Sean
But who does that
Strickland.
to Roman Dolidze though? Like, who does that?
Who does that to Roman? Nigga, everybody beats up Roman Dolidze.
No, they don't. Not like that.
What do you mean? No, everybody beats
Who has
up
Roman Dolidze
Dolidze.
fought? Other than, like, Vittori 8 times.
Nah, man, he hit that calf size on Jack Hermanson, bro. Like, that was kind of slick, bro. Like, he's
Jack
not
Hermanson, like, come on.
That was about 6 years ago, in all fairness.
Sean Strickland already broke up Jack Hermanson.
I feel like Dolidze was, like, a big dog in that era of the middleweight division that was, like, during the height of Adesanya where nothing was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he
Yeah,
did get a
the
nice
thing
little
is-
win over Anthony Smith.
Huh?
Dolidze has a nice win over Anthony Smith. That's aged
Well,
really well.
and Anthony Smith fought John Jones, and that's a legendary win on John Jones'
See,
resume.
domino
so,
effect.
You know what I mean? But the thing is with Sean Strickland, right? Let's talk about it, because I actually think so. Yes, I picked Fluffy to win. Whatever, it doesn't matter, right? I was just doing it to make it 2 versus 2, to make it even, right? I didn't actually think Fluffy was going to win. But do we think Sean Strickland once again exposed a lack of boxing in MMA? I think it's a problem. I don't think Sean Strickland does anything. I think what he does very well, obviously. He's beat a lot of good fighters, but he doesn't actually do anything sophisticated. It's quite basic, in my opinion. The way he sets up his jab, if you parry his jab singularly, he's just going to double it up. And if he doubles it up, he's going to land on you. And if you try and shoot him with the right hand off him doubling up his jab, he's just going to come through with the right hand. It's just a very simple formula that people just can't seem to figure out. What do we think, lads?
Okay, so
I
two
think
things
that-
is...
Oh, you got it.
Okay, so I just wanted to weigh in and just say 2 things. I think that, one, there's a lot of different, like, subgroupings of different styles of fighters in MMA, but largely you're either, like, a striker or a grappler. And if you're a grappler, it's very uncommon that we do encounter this type of grappler. I would say, like, Islam Makhachev is an example of it. Charles Oliveira, by, like, some metric as well. Those are grapplers that don't necessarily have to grapple in order to like progress towards winning fights. Anthony Hernandez is a style of grappler who like needs to wrestle or else he's kind of on his dick. And another thing is like, as far as like a lack of boxing in MMA, less is more. I think that people who do fancy themselves as strikers and like boxer archetypes of strikers, they don't have output to actually like support themselves as like being dominant with their cage presence. Pressure wins championships as well. So it's like activity matters. And I mean, the jab is the most basic strike in all of boxing, but it wins championships.
It's the most important punch, you know what I mean, at the end of the day.
It is. And it's, but I feel like a lot of MMA fighters still to this day, I feel like even if you are a wrestler like Fluffy, how much would it elevate Fluffy's game if he had a good jab? A good jab that he could establish.
So Sean Strickland doesn't do anything spectacular, but he just does like, it's just too much because a lot of MMA fighters actually don't spar with high-level boxers. That's something that Strickland does. Most MMA fighters spar with MMA fighters, and they don't have a high-level jab. So when they see Strickland in the octagon throwing that jab at him, it's the reason why the first fight with Dreykus was so close the first time. Dreykus never saw a high-level jab in his life. And the second fight, after he already seen that jab, it was easy. The fight was easy for him. It's just these fighters don't see high level jabs in training. I feel like
it's like when Kamaru Usman started to develop in his boxing, literally just added a nice little jab, piston jab to his game, and everyone thought he was like the greatest boxer. Do you remember that when Kamaru Usman decided to start jabbing, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, Kamaru Usman is the second coming of Jesus fucking Christ." I was like, "Calm down, guys. He just knows how to throw a jab properly." Like, I know you say like it exposes people for not being able to thingy, but I don't think you really understand. With someone like Strickland who can throw a decent jab, it's hard to time the fucker. Like, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's easier said than done than just to avoid that jab, just to avoid that his best weapon. You know what I mean?
It is, but
I do think, you'll see a lot of fighters who don't even know what a fucking parry is. You know what I mean? So I do get your point at the same time.
Yeah. Well, my thing is, go on, Marauder.
That's why he would give Khamzat American issues.
Stop, bro. Dude, no, bro. No, that's not how this works. No,
Khamzat has never seen that. What? Why would he not?
See,
the Sean Strickland that we saw yesterday is a nightmare matchup for anybody in the division. Mind you, he already beat He already beat the whole top five. He beat Imavov. He beat Brennan Allen.
Bro, why are we acting like he beat Elite Imavov, though? That was not probably Imavov.
What do you... Bro, Strickland came off the couch.
That was Imavov that didn't need to cut weight. So, like, that was
Strickland came off the couch, bro.
Yeah, but didn't he fight like 1 month prior against Cannonier, and he's always training?
I like.
So it's not like he's some out of shape Strickland. Like, he's always in training, and he fought the month prior against Jared Cannonier and did 5 rounds for that as well.
Yeah. The only thing with Sean Strickland, bro, it's just with the Khamzat Chimaev fight, right? And what I noticed about Sean Strickland and the way he's kind of defended takedowns with Fluffy is he dealt with Fluffy's wrestling a lot better than I thought he would. Fluffy didn't get him down once. I'm right in saying that, unless I'm remembering it wrong.
No, he didn't get him down one time.
What Fluffy would do is he'd try swarm Strickland with an occasional combination, and Strickland would purposefully back himself up to the fence, almost as if to say, right, try and take me down. He's kind of inviting him in. Fluffy would go in, get double underhooks. He still couldn't take Sean Strickland down. He couldn't even move him. My only thing with Khamzat is, if you try to use the fence to survive against Khamzat, you're not going to do it. He's just way better than you there. And then in the open, Sean Strickland, like I mentioned with Fluffy, but I do believe Khamzat would be the one to take advantage of this. He's too narrow. He stands too tall. Khamzat's going to get in on his hips and take him down, in my opinion, and beat him.
That's the only existing question that I have is, like, how does Sean Strickland do sprawling in the middle of the cage?
Yeah. I mean, against Drickus, Drickus took him.
Because he's strong as fuck in the clinch. That's something that I was noticing, in this fight against Fluffy.
He's fucking massive as well. You know what I mean?
He has that country strength.
The corn-fed ad, dude.
All I will say though is, I don't think Sean Strickland would accept positions the same way Drickus did. I think he'd be a lot more competent off his back.
I don't think it makes a difference.
Strickland probably would try to play the long game with Khamzat, make him work, drain his energy, and then try get him in the later rounds.
Bro, it's not competitive. Like, literally, I would bet my entire life savings that Khamzat would beat Sean. Like, that fight's not like, what about Fluffy makes you think, all right, well, he beat Fluffy, so he beats Khamzat? I don't see it personally. I don't see it. This,
They're
I'm
not
gonna be
trying
honest,
to say that Fluffy. Were they not trying to say Fluffy was a nightmare matchup for Khamzat?
Yeah,
I
and was
believe
wrong.
that at a certain point, and then I thought
Wait,
about like
for
Strickland versus Fluffy a little
Khamzat?
more.
Oh no, I didn't buy that. No.
Well, that's what the narrative was, that he's the only guy in the division that can give him a problem.
Yeah.
I didn't see it personally. I didn't think any predominant grappler is going to be able to beat Khamzat. It would have to be someone like a Gilbert Burns or Usman archetype, and there's not like really any in the middleweight division.
You don't see any overlap between Sean Strickland and Gilbert Burns, despite the fact that like Sean Strickland is a lot larger than Gilbert Burns.
No, I don't think his bottom game's anywhere near as developed as Gilbert, because Gilbert, the thing that he was doing was the knee shield and his half guard. Like, Khamzat Felton was like, nah, I'm not trying to deal with that. That's why the fight went the way that it did, and it was a lot closer than it probably could have been. The thing with Khamzat is he is a very well-rounded grappler, but he low-key is not that great, I think, when it comes to like someone who actually has an active guard. Sean, to me, I think is good defensively in the clinch in terms of like the wrestling positions, but actual jiu-jitsu as a whole, I don't really think it's proven, so I can't say that he would be able to have much overlap like Gilbert Burns did. I feel like if there was someone in the middleweight division who I'm looking at, where I'm like, okay, there is hypothetically a way I could see you beating Khamzat, bro. Whoa! Why is everybody making that face? I'm just laughing. Why is everybody making that face?
I'm just laughing.
If I hear RDR, nigga,
Why is
I'm
everybody
leave
making
this shit. If I hear RDR, I'm leaving.
Yeah, drop the name.
No, I know what he's gonna say.
I
know who he's gonna say.
No, why would I say RDR?
What?
Oh,
I didn't even say a name
bro.
yet. I literally did not even say a name yet. I didn't say anyone yet.
Okay,
Say
what's
it.
his name?
I think there's two people. Now,
Go on.
the first guy I don't think wins, but like stylistically, like this is what I mean. Like Brendan Allen, right? Like Brendan Allen, I don't think would win. I don't think he would win. I'm
It's
not
like okay, I guess.
Hold on.
No.
Wait, let me finish, yo. Look, I'm not saying Brendan Allen would win, but if there was like a skill set, like an archetype of fighter that would beat Khamzat, it would have to be a guy like Brendan Allen, because everyone except me was picking Brendan Allen to be RDR, because I'm like, look, Brendan Allen isn't actually he's very good jiu-jitsu. The issue is his fight IQ is just really bad, but if he fixes that, he stylistically can beat almost anyone. He just has to believe it. Now, but I don't think he would do it because physicality difference way too big. But now let's talk about the real person who's actually the threat to Khamzat. The actual guy who I think would knock him out in the first two, Atiba Gauthier. Atiba Gauthier would knock out Khamzat. No, because I know how y'all gonna act. Listen, let me bring it down to you like this. All right, listen. The way you beat a guy like Khamzat is people go like, oh, well, you gotta have the jiu-jitsu, da-da-da. Listen, Khamzat comes from Chechnya, bro. He's been seeing guys like that better than you his entire life. So you're not gonna make up the gap. You know what Khamzat has never seen? He has never seen a Cameroonian bred specimen like Atiba Gauthier. Listen, bro. Atiba Gauthier is the second coming of Francis Ngannou. Like, Francis Ngannou, great fighter. But like, if you evolve Francis Ngannou and give him like slightly lighter man skill, sambo back, because keep in mind, this man came from a sambo background. This guy is
You're disrespecting the skill of Ngannou.
Have you seen his opponents though in Sambo?
Listen, I watched the Sambo tape. I know they're not necessarily like, they're not like the Russian Sambo guys. I know it's a little different. I know this. I know the playing field ain't necessarily the same. But listen, Atiba to me, I think is generational. I think he's going to be top 10 all time when it's all said and done. Like, I think there's a certain level of power and physicality that's not present. Like, let's be real. Khamzat is like one of the few athletes at middleweight. How many athletes are there at middleweight? Like what? Like 2 or 3 of them? I mean, you got a guy like Fluffy who, I mean, he's got love handles and he's in the top 5. Like, we have to understand.
Drickus is a good athlete. Drickus is athletic.
No, he's not. No, he's got a good build, but an athlete, he's too herky jerky. He's not like a real athlete. Like the only real athletes to me.
Is that really what we're going with though?
With Atiba?
No, I'm saying like the take about Drickus not being an athlete.
No, like super athletic. I don't know. I think he's just really strong, and I think he's built. But I wouldn't consider him like particularly like that athletic. Maybe relative to other MMA
I would
fighters.
say like some of the takedowns that he was landing against Sean Strickland in both of their fights, and then like the entire Israel Adesanya fight was probably one of the most like prolific athletic feats I've ever seen in my entire life.
He fell over and got an ankle on, is it?
That was some of the most impressive stuff I've ever seen with my own 2 eyes.
He's too clumsy, but to me, I feel like the problem is Atiba's gonna meet Khamzat in the middle, and then in the first exchange, Khamzat's gonna be like, "Oh shoot, bro, I never seen anything like it's like in the same way they've never seen
Do
grappling.
you think
No,
though?
no.
Do we not think that? Right, Jay. I love a taper got here, right? But let's just look at it. Let's just chill. Motherfucker just beat Pulev.
Okay,
All right.
Benji, don't even talk about that. Benji, don't even talk about Pulev. We've seen him on the Contender Series get held down on the ground for 4 minutes. We saw it happen. He got taken down twice.
Did you watch
down.
that fight? You watched that fight?
Yes, I watched the fight. He knocked him out after, but he got held down for 4 minutes. Accepted position. He didn't even try to get back up.
But here's the thing. I don't really care about that because I knew Khamzat was championship level like way before the fact. Like when he was fighting like Reese McKee and what's that guy Jack the guy from Wales, the chubby guy from middleweight.
Yeah, I
like
know
when he was
that
beating up on jobbers and cans, like am I gonna be like, oh well, Khamzat's beating up on scrubs? Like sometimes you can see the eye test even when someone's beating up on cans, you can kind of tell like, okay, this person's actually like really good. That's how I feel about T, but like I genuinely think you could make him and Drickus right now, and he'd be a #1 contender because he'd beat Drickus. Like,
But Atiba was sweating in his last fight though, and that guy was not like of the highest level.
No, 100%. Like styles make fights. That guy has a generational chin. He like, how many fighters can get knocked down 4 times in a fight? 4 times? That's not common.
From a guy who does hit like a truck.
I agree.
as well.
I agree with that,
cool.
but I
Hang on.
actually think.
Nah,
I'm
what did
on the
Marauder just
opposite
say?
End of the spectrum.
Tiba has no killer instinct.
Oh, bro.
Oh.
He
what?
does. He has
What?
killer instinct.
What?
Then why did he finish Pulev?
Oh, come
Because
on.
just in the same
You know
like,
what? No, but you know what? Even before all of that, right? With a taper got here, I actually think I don't know if this is a hot take. I don't think it should be. I actually think Khamzat is one of the best fighters to ever live, and I actually think if he wanted to, he could easily be an all-time great. I think he could easily do it if he wanted to rack up. If he stayed healthy and wanted to rack up 3 defenses this year, he could do it easily. Easily. He could easily be an all-time great in the next 2 years, in my opinion. Khamzat Chimaev, he's so dominant. Bro, I'm not even trying to glaze the guy. It sounds like I love the guy. I don't. But he is too good for all of these middleweights.
I think for a skill,
way too good.
not a Tiba though.
from
he's
like a
too
skill
good for a Tiba.
perspective, I think that Khamzat Chimaev is probably the best middleweight ever.
Yes, I agree.
Hold on.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's
Bro, he
far
thinks
fetched.
I would say
every
like
middleweight
I would say
ever.
from a skill perspective, the second best middleweight ever is Drickus du Plessis, and I thought
No,
he was the best before he was
Drickus?
beaten by Khamzat Chimaev.
No, Drickus ain't even the top 4 most skilled middleweight. He ain't even top 4.
Bro,
He beat
Khamzat
Prime, is he?
You guys are living in the present. Khamzat would lose to a prime Jacare Souza. 100%
Really?
because of the grappling
Fucking
tech. Yes, he would lose
hell.
to a prime Jacare Souza because of the Jacare Souza's top 3 grapplers in
Yeah,
MMA
Jacare
history.
was good with it. Like, he was nice with it,
He's
but I
not-
don't know, bro. I
Khamzat
don't
wouldn't be
know.
able to do that shit he did with DDP. He's not doing. It's gonna look, and
I think he
Jacare has
could. I
crazy
think he
power
could.
too. I think
You know
Jacare
who he would
finish-
struggle? The
finish
only
him.
person he'd struggle with all time is Yoel. Yoel might beat him, in my opinion.
It's
Nah, wasn't
literally
Derek
stylistically,
Brunson like not ragdolling, but doing really well to grappling against Yoel Romero? Like, Yoel
It's-
Romero's good, man, but
A full focus Yoel focused on scrambling and sprawl and brawling Khamzat, and he's not in his prime because he was old anyway. But we all know Yoel's different. I think he would have give Khamzat, and also if Yoel's exchanging with Khamzat, he's going to hurt him. You know, when Yoel explodes, he lands with power.
we wouldn't
Let's just
exchange
say.
though. I don't
I
think
think
Khamzat
just-
would get drawn into an exchange with him.
Now, I'm still stuck on the Drickus #2 take. Dude, I don't even think he's better than Luke Rockhold. I think Luke Rockhold's a better fighter.
Yeah.
Luke
So-
Rockhold got his ass handed to him by Michael Bisping with one eye on 2
Yeah,
weeks'
I mean
notice.
like
Doesn't
Bro,
change how skilled he was.
he knocks
though.
that guy out so badly, dude. And I mean, like
Drickus?
looking technically professional and being like good, you know, like optically, like Leon Edwards is a good example of this. You can be like technically good and still be ass.
Nah,
I
man,
think-
'cause
I-
you can
I
still
think-
be skilled and lose to people, like, you know what I mean?
Nah,
'Cause-
but
Because I mean, like
don't think-
skill is something that I derive. Like my means of defining like the highest skilled is like effectiveness. Those two things.
I agree.
And he was able to
And
produce great
sometimes-
results with whatever his strengths was and by playing to those.
Sometimes there's a lot of times where these skilled fighters like Leon Edwards can't. They're mixed martial artists and they can't beat fighters. So whenever Leon Edwards is gonna run into a fighter, like if he ran into Uros Medic,
Stop
he'll get
it.
knocked out.
Bro,
Well, yeah, but I
don't-
mean, it's a good point because when Leon Edwards fought Carlos Prates, I picked Prates to KO him. and everyone was saying to me, and I kind of get Leon Edwards' title reign had ended. I get all that. There is an argument to be had there. But with Carlos Prates, you would look at him and you would say he does the wrong things. He drops his hands when he throws punches. He doesn't always set them up perfectly.
Though.
But Carlos Prates is much more effective than Leon Edwards.
It's different.
Yeah, you agree that on paper Leon was supposed to beat Prates, but he didn't. He was supposed to beat him with the offensive grappling and mixing up with the striking. He couldn't do that because he fought a fighter, not a mixed martial artist.
Yeah, Prates is just much more effective.
Uros Medic, you're telling me Uros Medic?
Every 3 hours, I have like a vision of Uros Medic knocking out Leon Edwards and Yaroslav Amosov Anaconda choking Leon Edwards like Alex Mason from the Black Ops 1 campaign. I like
Can
see
we
it,
talk
and
about-
I shake and I come
Can
back.
we talk about this is sad for me. I might cry when I'm saying this. Geoff Neal, ladies and gentlemen, can we have a moment of prayer, of thought for Geoff
No.
Neal?
Fuck
I'm
that
gonna
nigga,
be
Jeff.
real with you. That guy is meat. To me, he's a body. Like
Jeff Neal's
he was just like a top 15 gatekeeper. What
Yeah, he's a
happened to him was
gatekeeper, but he's a fun gatekeeper. Like what
Yeah.
boring fights has he had? Ian Gary, Neil Magny.
Yo,
Why would we
low-key,
give-
he did get wait. I forgot he got schooled in the feet by Magny. Like that's low key crazy.
Yeah, the Magny one made me cry, bro.
That's actually kind
Ow.
of crazy.
Yeah. I feel like Geoff Neal sometimes, what I will say is, I do think, this might sound stupid, like, on his best night, he probably would beat Neil Magny, right?
No.
Is that a bad
here's the thing.
take?
Like
Well,
it's
the-
not.
It's not bad.
It's not
Why
bad.
would we
It's just
give grace to Geoff Neal when he literally came out in an interview saying that for like half of his career he wasn't trained, he was like doing narcotics or something? What did he say? You guys know
Exactly.
you guys-
That added to the fun.
but
Why
that
not?
nigga he doesn't want it. So he's losing and we're giving him like, oh, we love Geoff Neal. He never wanted to win.
Yeah, but I love the guy because he's entertaining as fuck. Like, you know what I mean? I love someone with
Because
some nice, crisp boxing and can put people to sleep. You know what I mean? So I do like Geoff Neal a lot. Just because he's not like, you know, driven for like is driven or motivated as other people doesn't mean I take away from that and think,
Yeah.
oh, I don't like the guy as much now. You know
Am
what
I
I mean?
Yeah,
tripping?
he's not like Paddy Pimblett. Like Paddy Pimblett's going to come back and win the belt.
Yeah,
like,
and like-
you know,
No, Paddy Pimblett
it's not like that
Did,
situation.
did anybody expect Geoff Neal to ever be in like a top 5 title contender? Like, nah, never
other
really.
than like
Just-
Luque and RDA, I can't really even think of like important Geoff Neal wins right now.
I mean, like
People forget though,
Like-
he gave Shavkat a good fight.
Mike Perry.
Mike Perry.
no, the Mike Perry win was actually good at the time. That
Was that the one where like his nose was like?
Yeah.
No, that was the Luque
was
fight where his
Luque one,
nose
see?
got
That was
broken.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But he had kicked
Alright.
Perry, but he had a pre-prime Bilal back in the day. Like Geoff Neal,
Well, yeah.
it's not bad.
Mm.
He is like solid. But the thing with Uros Medic though, I'm gonna be honest. Look, be careful what you wish for, bro. You ain't beating Leon. All right, like let's calm down. Go fight like the winner of Randy Brown and Kevin Holland. Like let's slow down.
What are we wishing for though? Because if Leon beats him, he's just going to backpack him for 5 minutes around. It's not going
No,
to be.
Leon would knock him out.
No,
Like, what?
We're
man.
smiling, nigga.
No,
I'm so
man.
serious. Leon would knock him out.
No,
Uros-
man.
Don't try to pull me back in. I give
Bro.
up on Leon.
Let's not forget, just like a fight or two ago, Soriano knocked out Uros Medic. Like, let's not like this dude is like some elite striker. Like, come on,
to be
Marauder,
fair,
like, you
I
know-
thought that Geoff Neal would have knocked out Uros
Yeah.
Medic.
Yeah, same to be fair. Same.
No, like,
But the
Je-
way Geoff Neal went down is what I don't get me wrong. Like I agree with Alfredo. It's not that I think Geoff Neal was ever going to get back up there in title contention. But he would have ate that left hand a few years ago. It wasn't like an insanely clubbing left
Yeah,
hand
but
that would have
see how
slept
much,
any
see how
version
much
of Geoff Neal.
Ori, do you see how
On the
much Ori
temple.
lost with that shit as well when his snot comes blowing out and
That
shit.
yeah,
like-
right.
debate, like as well. Like if he lands that left hand on anyone in the division, is it just that they fucking die, or do you think that Carlos Prates took a little bit of Geoff Neal's durability?
Prates took his soul, I think.
Yeah, nah, for sure, bro. Like, certain knockouts, they just change you forever. Like, getting hit with a spinning elbow like that, like, I don't know.
And these
Neal-
aren't like followed up by like ground and pound. These are flat lines. You know what I mean? These
Yo,
aren't just
speaking
like,
of ground and pound, bro, is that guy still living? That fought Jacoby Smith? Is he
Like
alive?
Harold?
Yeah, dude. Didn't he have like a brain disease?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Bro, dude, Jacoby Smith almost killed a guy in the octagon. Like, that's crazy.
Dude.
That ref needs to be out of commission because you can't just like you can't get mad at someone if you're going like you get off him. Like you got to shove him off.
What
You gotta fucking jump in there, bro.
What do
He's
we all
like
think
stood at the
about?
side.
What do we all think about Jacobe Smith? Because obviously, undefeated. He's
That dog Granby rolled in a crucifix and finished
Yeah,
the fight. That was some of the
insane
craziest shit
transition.
I've ever seen.
He gonna be champion one day. He gonna be champion.
He's not a true
I don't think he's
prospect, right?
champion level
Bro,
though.
no, bro.
At the same
No,
time,
you're
and he
anti-Black
struggled
Marauder.
with Nico Price though. He
Yeah,
struggled
that's
with
true,
Nico
that's
Price.
True, that's true.
You're anti-black,
Yeah.
bro. You always hating on the black prospects, bro. You're anti-black.
Bro, he gets it against a nigga named Nico. I'm not fucking wrong.
Okay, bro. Like every prospect has like some fight where you can look back on and be like, oh, they were having issues against like some can or some no name. Like it always happens.
But Nico Price?
Bro, Islam got knocked out by Adriano Martins. Like,
Yeah,
Robbie
Islam got
Lawler
knocked out
slept
by
Nico
Adriano
Price like
Martins.
5 years ago in his retirement fight, and that was like prime Nico Price.
Dude, and Nico Price has got 5 kids, bro. That's got to play a factor. That has
Yeah,
got to
and
play a
didn't Nico
factor
Price get
somewhere.
knocked out the other week quite bad as well, like standing up against the cage?
Yeah.
who is
Yeah.
he?
Let's
Who's
just
he
be,
fighting
let's be
against?
honest.
That was Nikolai Veratnikov.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
was that
we
Alex
watched Nico-
Morono against him? I can't remember the fucking arm all over the shop. I am.
Let's be honest. We watched Josiah Harrell versus Jacoby Smith. Josiah Harrell was having his moments before.
Sakyon Ko would have whooped that ass. Sakyon Ko
Yeah.
would have whooped that ass.
Actually,
Nah.
Sakyon Ko would have whooped that ass. The Korean Tyson would have got on him.
Yeah.
No,
Come on.
no,
Yeah.
Come on.
no.
Was
KO
Harrell
is
not
good,
having
man.
moments,
KO
bro?
That
is
was
good,
for
bro.
sure gonna be my pick, dude.
Harrell took him down. Harrell was he got up right away. He was showing before that shit happened. He looked
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Before he,
Yeah,
before he fucking died. Jacoby killed him.
But he wasn't supposed to have moments though. That's the thing. If you're a true prospect, a nigga like
that makes no
Mazel-
sense. What? So you're supposed to just be perfect as a prospect? You can't have,
Melky Costa was perfect last night.
bro.
Yeah,
The dude, he got quoted by freaking Garcia not that long ago.
That was his.
He was
But I mean,
was
that was different though.
Was he losing like? Was he losing to Julian Rosa? Like, what are
Hey,
you talking
yeah,
about?
but guess what?
No, he locked in that fight.
Costa absolutely sleeps Lerone Murphy, bro.
Yeah.
What?
What's up, nigga? Put them glasses back on. What's up?
Melky Costa. Right, we've got to talk about this. And this is a perfect segue. Marauder, I want to ask you a question.
What's up?
Alfredo just made a claim, and I was just wondering whether you would like to expand on that. Would Melky Costa beat Lerone Murphy?
Okay. So the thing about Melky Costa, he literally reminds me. He reminds me of a young Luke Rockhold abusing the open stance body kick in southpaw. So with the way he literally dominated Dan Ige before the knockout, we already knew who was gonna win because he dominated him at kicking range. Whenever Dan Ige would come in, he would beat him in the clinch. And when Dan Ige took him down, he showed his high level get ups and scrambles, and he would get right back up. He's a complete fighter, and he's a true mixed martial artist that can knock you out. So against a guy like Lerone Murphy or a guy like Diego Lopez, I think he beats those guys. I've seen Gabriel Santos beat Lerone Murphy already.
Bro, that's so performative,
and
bro. That's like the most
Melky
performative take
Costa
ever.
is a true mixed martial artist that can knock you out. He's gonna outskill Lerone Murphy with the. Is Lerone Murphy an orthodox fighter?
He can switch stance, but he's orthodox.
He's comfortable in both, I think.
Yep. Melky beats any orthodox fighter in the division. I'm sorry, he beats any
No.
orthodox.
All right, bro.
What
First
a
of all-
KO, though.
Jay, you gotta understand. In this era of fighting right now, there's not any more kickers like Luke Rockhold. The kicking was in the old like literally.
Why are we acting like Lerone got better kicks than Costa, bro?
He doesn't abuse, bro. The way that what's it called? Melky was abusing that open stance body head kick.
So
is
because
the
he beat
Luke
Lerone sloppy
Rockhold
seconds, all of a sudden now he's elite now. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, but wait,
Luke
Lerone sloppy seconds made it
Rockhold-esque
fucking
fighter.
rough.
What? Because I mean, Dan Ige was better back then. Like what? Dan Ige's washed now. He's washed.
What are
I
Lerone's
don't know, man. He got
advantages
that
in that
nice
potential
win over
matchup?
Sean Woodson.
I don't even know how Danny Ige didn't go fully out to that spinning back kick. Like, it shattered his face. Bro, that was brutal. That was
I thought
fucking...
didn't he look like he was
brutal.
crying? Like when
Yeah,
he
I
got,
thought that. He looked like he
yeah.
was going to start
Bro.
crying, yeah.
He looked like he saw his life flash before his
I
eyes.
saw
so
early
healing
stoppage in a few comment sections, dude. These guys are
Dude, yeah.
masochistic as hell talking about some
Bro,
early stoppage.
people hate Danny Ige, bro.
Bro, like, that was stopped early. Imagine like it's your first time getting stopped in the UFC and it's an early stoppage.
I know.
bro,
Like,
dude,
Danny,
he's literally covering up,
Danny's
like,
got a
this.
family. He doesn't deserve that shit, man.
Yo,
Leave
like,
him
bro,
alone.
none of those ground and pound shots got through. Like, you gotta stop the fight.
Oh,
Fucking
Like,
stop.
but this, you know what the problem is with MMA fans? They like hate human beings, right? Because in boxing, they'll throw in the towel when someone's being beat up. They hadn't get knocked down yet. But like in MMA, dude, if someone's still, I guarantee there's someone who watched Jacoby Smith was like early stoppage, bro. He wasn't dead yet.
Early
Like,
You know what
stoppage.
that was just like. You remember when Anthony Smith fought Glover and everyone was just saying, throw in
My
the
teeth
towel.
are falling out.
Yeah, he was like,
Bro, it's
and
my
his
corner
corner
talking
was
about my
like, it's all right,
teeth are
one more round,
falling
you
out.
got this. It was like,
No,
Wasn't,
like,
wasn't, wasn't
like-
Glover
like-
apologizing in like mid beatdown as well? I was like, sorry,
Yeah,
mate, I've got to do
Smith
this.
was
Just
just
get
like-
to beat me shit out of
Spin
you.
is like, yeah, it's just part of the job, dude. I understand. Like, dude, honestly, like Calvin Cater should actually fire all of his coaches, by the way, for letting him take that beating against Holloway, because he could have died in there.
I
like-
was saying this the other day.
yeah, that was in boxing. They would have thrown in the towel by what, round 3?
Yeah,
Like, they would not have let that continue.
Can you guys name a time you've ever thrown in a towel? Like, say,
don't think
oh,
they
I'm
have.
not sending a
They threw in
fighter
the
out again.
towel.
Derek Brunson
Um,
versus Dricus Duplessis, bro.
But the problem was he was already out by the time they
shit,
threw it. Like
yeah.
they wait until they're like already like this, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, we threw it in. Like the
Yeah.
closest thing I could think of was like fighters be throwing in the towel themselves. Like that one guy, I can't remember his name, but
That one
he
guy
told
was
his
like,
corner like,
call it. Call
call
it.
it. He's like, no,
Oh,
you're a champion. Come on, you're elite. Come on, get out. He's like, don't call it. Bro.
It happened-
yeah,
Call it,
what
bro.
was his
It
name?
happened with
Call it.
it happened with
Hey, you know what's
Nunes and
crazy?
Nicole Pennington as well. Do you
And when,
remember that?
and when
Where she's like, I
Khamzat
can't
gets
do
in there with a
anymore?
Tiba, he's gonna be like, call it
Oh.
before it even starts. He's gonna like, call it, bro. And by the way, don't compare Lerone Murphy to Diego Lopez, by the way, because Diego Lopez can't cut off the cage, no footwork, non-elite fighter. Lerone Murphy's an actual elite fighter. Like, let's not
Would-
compare the
would
two, by the way.
LeBron
Ron
Murphy
Murphy
beat
is like,
Diego
I've
Lopez?
only seen him like outside fight and win fights, like picking at his food and prodding for like 15 or 25 minutes.
Hey man, what about Pico though?
Picograms.
Pico literally like set up his own execution by just like zombie walking into, that's not a pun, into the clinch and he's getting spinning on the
Yeah, he did do that.
I mean, but let's
that
not
was-
let Pico.
what was
I mean,
that? Like he was like,
I still,
what was
yeah,
he
nah, for
doing?
sure. I feel like Pico could still be like top 6. Like I think he might be John Silva or like Arnell. I think he's still like top
so
6.
that's my thing. And like this Costa Lerone matchup is, it's like, I'm thinking of who like would be a bad matchup for Costa, because if you're keen to stay at kicking range, he's gonna beat the fuck out of you.
And that's
Yeah.
what Laron's
And,
gonna
like-
do.
and
Laron's gonna
Lerone
stay
Murphy-
at kicking range.
He solely works behind like that second black line right before the cage wall. So
Do you know what? Speaking of kickers, I'd like to point this out. I think it's about time Yair gave somebody a chance to try and break into the top end of the rankings. This guy has held the top end of the rankings for such a long time. Let's see him versus Costa. Give a guy a chance, bro. When is this guy going to fight somebody?
He's not gonna take that fight though. This is the
He
guy who was
should,
scared
though.
of.
He
He
should
was
be
scared. He
forced
was
to.
scared as a beat. He literally was willing to get fired from the UFC just to not fight Zabit. Like this
Yeah.
guy, he's not willing to fight guys like that. Like that style is scary. He'll fight probably like Diego. Well, I don't even know if he wanted to fight Diego Lopez.
No,
I
bro.
think
That's
that
what he
that,
was
that
next, though.
fight
In all
made
reality-
perfect sense. As
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
It does
Honestly,
show that Yair is a true duck, because that nigga was poor when he made his UFC debut. He had $3 in his bank account, and this nigga's still ducking fights. That's when you know you're a real duck.
Yeah, but
how
what-
can you afford
could-
to not be as inactive as he is? Like,
yeah. I
I
don't
don't
know.
wanna
bro.
pocket
He might
watch,
have,
but
does he
it's
not
like-
have? I was gonna say,
No,
does
we
he not
should
have
pocket
a
watch
decent-
like low key. Like
Does he
what
not
is
have
he
like a
I
doing?
decent
think,
pay?
I think he might be an agent. What
Yeah,
do we-
he
what
said
do
he
we-
was poor. Remember in the Arrow Juani, he said he was poor, and then he's not. He's taking years off.
So
and
where
not
did he get his
fighting
money
Zabit.
from?
It's all right, though. I just hope.
Is it state funded somewhere?
I just hope that we can get Yair Rodriguez versus Brian Ortega of a trilogy. That's what everyone kind of wants. So I'm hoping we get that at some point.
is that a joke?
Yeah,
No, I'm being deadly serious. I really want to see that trilogy. I think it would be the greatest trilogy of all time, personally.
Yeah.
Bro, speaking
Dude.
or Ortega, bro, dude, we gotta talk about Paramount, bro.
Right.
Why is Hanato Moicano in 2026 main eventing against Chris Duncan, dog? Like, I understand there's been some stinkers. I sat through and watched Jessica I versus Cynthia Calvillo. I watched the entire card, and I wish I would have got my time back. But Hanato
Watch-
Moicano
Watch that be the
versus-
greatest fight of the year, though. I
Lad.
don't give a fuck. I'm
Put
tuning
some
in. I'm
fucking
locking
lad.
into that.
Hey, Put
I'm gonna
some
sit
fucking
right
respect
here and
on
I'm gonna
Chris
lock into
Duncan.
that fight. That's just gonna be great.
Chris Duncan is
Duncan's
a fucking
always.
animal.
I was gonna say Chris Duncan's always in bangers. To be fair.
No,
Chris
I love
bloody
Chris
Duncan.
Duncan. I love Chris Duncan. It's moicano. I just watched moicano get schooled by freaking Neal, bro. I don't want to see this guy near any 5-round fight. I don't want to see that.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
still
and
a
we
ranked
just-
lightweight, so like, he's gonna
I
be
mean,
like
Chan.
put on like events with weight.
Nah, put
He's
him on
draw
my
He
some
was
prelim.
attention.
main at
too.
326 with Brian Ortega, and that would have been a bullshit ass fight. I think that Chris Duncan is a lot better.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, he
good
is a
fuck.
lot better. But honestly, I think I'd rather see like that can be like on like a prelim or something, like an old main card opener. As a main event, it just seems a little crazy to me.
I think a main card
you-
opener on a pay-per-view is where that fight would suit. I think that's a really fun fight, though. I agree. I think that would be a really good fight. It's going to be a banger. Like, I think Moicano's going to get forced to fight a bit of a dirty fight, so to speak.
I
love
think we
this
should all
fight.
remember. I think we should all remember that Chris Duncan also schlepped Terrence McKinney. Just wanted to put that out there.
All
That's
right, bro.
true.
All right,
He
bro.
did.
Okay.
Sorry, I just thought we all forgot about that. So.
Nah, Patient McKinney wins
Wow.
that though.
Exact. Thank
Yeah, he
you. Thank
When's,
I've
you.
actually-
when's McKinney ever patient?
I've done a collab video with Jaden Cable, Cedric Dumas, and Terrence McKinney, bro. And like, Terrence McKinney, he just be saying that he's like, he's just hyper in the cage, and like, he zones out after a minute. If he doesn't finish the fight within 60 seconds, he's just like thinking
That's
about what
such
he's
a
gonna have
bad
to do
thing
next.
to admit to, though, isn't he? You know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
he's too ratchet in there. Like, listen,
That's such a bad
I've
thing
talked
to
him. I've
admit.
told him, bro, you gotta calm down. Like, listen, I think he's a better grappler than he is a striker, but just has too much fun in there. But I think he'll be fine though. But my point is though, is I like Duncan. It's just Moicano to me. I don't know, bro. Like, and then Mike Malott versus Gilbert Burns, dude. Like, Canada needs to revolt against the UFC. Like, bro, like Mike Malott, just because he's Canadian, I promise you, almost no Canadian wanted to see him main event. Like,
No.
dude, like I don't know, bro. You got
They only put Mike Malott on Canada cards as well, and it's like they're trying to make him, and have been for the last few years, a star in Canada, and it's just not working.
Poor fucking
It's
Canada,
just not
man.
working.
Poor Canada. You went from GSP to Mike fucking Malott. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
that ain't much different. GSP was kind of boring. I mean, I get he's great, but like most of them fights were not like entertaining to watch. Though.
No,
Mike
That was a
Malott
big
is like
difference.
2 or 3 good
Canadian.
performances away from being one of the most fan beloved fighters in the UFC though, because he has everything else other than like the
I
performances.
think he's.
people
I like
get
him. I
behind.
rate him as a skilled fighter.
I think
to be
he's
fair.
cool. He's got a good skill set. He's
His,
he just needs knockouts.
knockout over the American nigga was really good. Forgot his name, man.
Charles Ratchey.
I think. I
Yeah,
think
Charles Ratchey.
yeah,
That-
Charles
Ah,
Ratchey.
yeah.
that-
the
that
sad
was
thing
a
about
great
Mike
knockout.
Malott is like he was a much better fighter too, in my opinion, clearly up until the finish than Neal Magny. And look, that loss just derailed any hype. I've not heard anybody talk about him the same since. And
Bro,
I do
Neil
feel bad for him
Magny is the
because-
GOAT, bro. Like, you got to give people outs who lose to Neil Magny. He's so goated.
Yeah, and he
He's
pulled
the
it
GOAT
back. It was a
gatekeeper.
comeback. It's not like Neil Magny like beat the shit out of him for 3 rounds. Like it was just like he gassed out and Neil Magny
Yeah.
pulled it back and won. Do you know what I mean? Right, lads, on the card, this was announced, and I want to talk about this. Sean Brady versus Joaquin Buckley. And we are back. We have returned. Joaquin Buckley does not know who I am, but if he did, then he would know that I am a part of him. And I think that we are going to beat Sean Brady. What do we think, lads?
Yeah, Buckley's gonna buck him. There is no
Yeah.
gonna buck him.
Mm.
That Kamaru Usman performance was basically his coming out party. He needed that. He needed that because he was on a great win streak at welterweight, and he was riding on so much hype. He thought he was invincible. Usman gave him a lesson. He needed that. He's gonna come back the best fighter in the division. He needed that. So yeah, he's gonna out grapple Sean Brady, stuff all his takedowns, and knock him out. Maybe
I don't
I'm
know.
looking at a ground and pound TKO. I see a
I
ground
don't
and
know.
pound
I don't know,
TKO.
man, because all of Buckley's best wins are against pensioners.
Nursultan Rozaboyev.
Rozaboyev's a good one, yeah. Rozaboyev's a good one,
win.
but like outside of that, who have we got?
Colby.
Yeah, Matt, you just proved my point, bro.
Yeah, so Sean Brady's gonna be shooting in on Buckley, and Buckley's a big, strong black nigga. He's gonna reverse the takedown and ground and pound TKO him. I don't see a knockout on the feet. I see a ground and pound TKO with Buckley.
Did we, how many of you lot here, well, I did pick Buckley to beat Usman. How many of us here picked Buckley to beat Usman?
I did.
Did you not, Alfred?
Really?
No. I just thought we haven't really seen him against someone with like I just didn't think Usman was that past it. Like, he made it competitive against Khamzat. Even the Leon ones were like, Leon was champion at the time, and I know he's fell off a lot now, but at that time he was still quite decent. I think he'd only lost to Bilal at this stage. So, like, I don't know, man. I just went with Usman and it paid off. I just thought the experience would play a big part in this one, and it did, really. But I do agree with what Murad saying, even though I did take a bit of a jab at Buckley, I do think that loss to Usman's only going to make Buckley a lot better, and I do actually probably think he will beat Brady, but it's like one of those ones where I could genuinely see it going either way, but I just think Brady, as soon as he gets touched on the chin, he's twerking, bro. So.
Yeah, all I will say, though, about this fight is, if Buckley is not better, like, let's say Sean Brady gets the Buckley that fought Usman on his back, there's real problems. He's in real trouble. Like, I think Sean Brady would... I actually think, honestly, the Buckley that fought Usman, I was shocked how bad he was off his back. I could not believe it. Like, Usman really didn't try move any positions. He didn't try progress. He didn't try chase the finish. I expected Buckley to be a lot more explosive. I'm not saying I expected him to be attacking from his guard, trying to get a guillotine or a triangle. I expected him to be a lot stronger off his back. And Sean Brady, to be fair, if he gets you there, he is very dangerous. And I think Buckley, if he's not improved his bottom game, there might be a bit of trouble in this fight.
I think Buckley gets taken down in that fight no matter what. So that kind
do
of
you think Sean Brady wins?
I will have to need to I'm gonna need to go on a fight pass and actually do research for this matchup before I lock in a pick. But immediately I kind of lean Brady, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Buckley, he was doing this fucking thing against Usman where he was just shooting uppercuts and he was putting so much power into these punches. He was jumping off the ground and he was turning around in front of Usman. And if he comes out doing that shit, I'm pissed off, bro.
Michael Morales. I
shit.
mean, let's say Joaquin Buckley does a Michael Morales and just gets in that low stance and starts winging. You can catch Sean Brady and you can make him hesitant.
But imagine your game
Morales
plan is replicate Michael Morales. Pack your fucking shit up and get on a fucking plane and get the fuck out of here, dude. That's like saying, oh yeah, you just got to do what you got to do what Alex Pereira did to beat Sean Strickland. It's yeah.
But the thing is, Michael Morales' game plan was to get low in a low stance and beat him there. Buckley already is low.
Yeah, Buckley.
That's the thing. He already is low. He doesn't need to replicate. He is the game plan.
Here's the
Buckley
thing,
could replicate it, I reckon.
Here's the thing, though. When I'm comparing these two, Sean, he just fights the right way. He's a great locker room guy. He just has a great mind for the game. Buckley, he's more athletic, a little bit more, explosive. Sean Brady's a guy, you could bring your daughter home. Just one of the great locker room guys. But I don't know. Just there's something about Sean Brady that makes you want to pick him. But I'm going with Joaquin Buckley, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Joaquin Buckley, he just got that, I don't know, that swagger to him. A little bit of that, I don't know, that soul to him. That brother is a very, very, explosive. So I think I'm gonna go with Buckley, but Sean,
Buckley does have the FBA swagger. I mean, the thing about Sean Brady though is that nigga's from Philly, so he also has a little bit of the swagger as well. But
Are you saying that Sean Brady's a wigga? That's what you're saying?
Bro,
they should just hit hips and get in a tang off, and that's how they should decide who moves forward in the division.
I was asking if this nigga Sean Brady could tang. I think Sean Brady knows how to top rock. I don't know if he's a tanger yet.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think Sean Brady's that good against Black Style though. I mean, we've seen it against Morales. It wasn't it seems like when he sees Black Style on the feet, it's a little bit. I don't know. He looked a little bit shaky. And people are gonna say, "What about Leon?" It's regional.
And Michael Morales is a fucking big idiot that just swings punches, and he managed to catch Sean Brady. This is what I fucking mean. It makes perfect sense. If Joaquin Buckley goes in this fight and just swings at Sean Brady, he's probably going to KO him. He might not, but I'm just saying, squat down low and fucking dig deep and fucking punch the cunt, and you'll probably win. I think that makes perfect sense.
Is this low-key going to be a bullshit fight? Because we're kind of all accounting for Joaquin Buckley just being super unskilled and just pulling a fucking KO out of his ass. And then Sean Brady literally just doing fucking nothing about it.
We're just assuming Buckley's going to be the thing is with this fight, right? Buckley, the thing is with the Usman fight, he was so active, right? This is the thing. He was so active, Usman wasn't. He was younger, Usman was older. And I kind of wrote Usman off in that fight, but it just felt like such a derailing win where I don't know whether Buckley's going to be so much better if he fights a guy like Sean Brady, who if he takes Buckley down, he probably will finish him and quite quickly, I'd imagine.
Are you gonna choose to like give any credence to his run at 185 and making decisions about his future in welterweight? Because he was getting beat by fucking goofballs.
Science teacher.
Yeah, Alessio. What's that Italian guy's name?
Alessio,
Yeah.
Boxed him out.
He got
Kevin
literally the
Owens
biggest
as well,
knockout in
but-
UFC history, and
Yeah.
he just went on like a horrible skid, was getting pinned by like Chris Curtis.
No,
and shit.
it's because Buck was going through a midlife crisis. He went through a healing era at 170.
I don't think
and
he's old enough for that.
now-
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say?
I don't think
Yeah.
he's old enough for a midlife crisis.
How old is Buck? How old is he? What, like 30? I feel like he's like 32,
I
33.
think he's
right?
young 30s, no?
I think he's somewhere in that range. But I think the thing is, like, breaking the fourth wall. All right, here's the thing. Morales, you can't really compare because he's like super long. And so it's like, I think Brady was always going to have issues with a guy like Morales. With Buck, my thing is that I think his wrestling is not. The problem was with his wrestling against Usman would be like, so Usman would get like a single leg on him, and Buckley, instead of pushing the head, is just like doing this.
Punching.
Like that, we can't be doing that. Like that, that's unacceptable, right? But in terms of his overall jiu-jitsu game, does he close that gap? And when was the Usman fight? How many months ago was that? Like, I want to say that was like summer of last year. Like,
Usman fight was like, almost a year ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can make strides in the grappling from a year, but I think in terms of Brady, he can't be on his back. Like, if he ends up in half guard, I don't want to say it's like a death sentence, but it isn't gonna be great because the thing
Bro,
with
the more that
Usman,
I'm thinking about this, bro, I think that Sean Brady packs that man the fuck up, dude.
no,
Yeah,
but I
Nah,
just
I'm
don't.
starting to sway on it.
The problem is this: it comes down to like this one question. I think Sean will be able to get a takedown at some point. It probably will happen. It's a matter of where does Buckley end up positionally. If Buckley is able to, like, let's say, get guard, like full guard, not half guard, just ends up out of like bad positions, I think he'll be fine. But if he ends up in side control, half guard, or even turtle, not. But that's the problem though. Like, those are the most likely places he'll go.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't trust Sean Brady's striking defense. Like, I think, I don't know, because I feel like Leon was a perfect storm for him because Leon, being non-assertive fighter, he's like, whatchamacallit, he has boundary setting issues in the cage, so he's not really gonna like assert himself that well. I don't know. I think Buck, he's got to be self-aware enough to know that he probably has to crash in the middle and he can't end up on his back. Like, even if he made improvements, the problem is we're talking about Brady, which I get the rule set was different, no leg locks, but this is a guy who did beat Craig Jones, obviously with an asterisk, but he
That was
is
hella
like,
nerfed Craig Jones. I didn't
Yeah,
see
like,
that
super
as well,
nerfed.
and I
Yeah.
saw, like,
yeah, so but I say that more to say though that like Brady's actual top control to just neutralize Craig Jones' guard just to keep him there. Like, most UFC fighters, even like the good grapplers, couldn't do that. Like, that's still actually pretty impressive.
Or
I
even
think-
just the way that he I think the way he handled Leon Edwards, who isn't a bad grappler by any stretch of the imagination, just kind of easily. He is elite. And the thing is, like BeeWolf was saying, we're kind of just accommodating for Joaquin Buckley when there's a good chance Sean Brady's just much better than him. Right. I feel like that's a realistic outcome.
I don't know, but I just think it's two extremes. I think either Buck.
I think there's more. Go on.
No, I was just gonna say, I feel like Buck, in terms of them and the striking, I think it's more of a gap. Well, not more of a gap in the grappling. I think the grappling gap is a little bit bigger, but it just comes down to what happens first, really. But I could just honestly see Buck going out there and just like kind of like Alex Pereira Magomed 2ing him, where he just kind of like doesn't care, just charges at him and knocks him out, and then it's like, well, back in there.
Not.
I think there's more.
roll.
I think that
I
there's
think
more
it's
chance
on
of
jujitsu.
Brady finishing this, and there's more chance of Buckley finishing it.
I think there's a
No.
commonality. There's a commonality.
Brady's
between,
good
like,
at finishing on the ground, man. Usman's not like Usman. Has Usman got many finishes on like the ground
No,
and shit?
no,
Like,
not
whereas
really.
Brady's capable of finishing people on the
Yeah,
ground. like.
no, but Buckley, I think he wouldn't need to land more than 3 clean shots to finish Sean Brady on the
That's
feet.
what I was just about to talk about, and that's something that Buckley has in common with fighters like Gilbert Burns and like Leon Edwards, is that they don't throw like long punch strings. Michael
Yeah.
Morales got like 1 clean connection and then threw like 30 strikes until the fight was over. And those 3 fighters that I just mentioned don't do that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the three fighters that have hurt Sean Brady is Michael Morales, Bilal Muhammad, and Michael Chiesa. And when we see, okay, Bilal Muhammad beat him with output, that's something that Buckley doesn't do. And then Morales and Chiesa are just long as fuck, and Buckley isn't long. Buckley's not even a good striker. He just developed the jab against Colby Covington.
Are you
I might
switching your
switch my
pick?
I might
Yo,
be
it sounds like
my
you're
pick.
switching up, bro.
I think I might have
I'm
to.
gonna go
because-
with Sean Brady. Like the more that we're talking about this together, like I think it's low key.
Yeah.
It might be an
Yeah.
easy fight, bro, for him
I
to
just,
win.
I don't know.
All logic is pointing at Sean Brady, in my opinion.
But you got to understand, this is MMA. Like, this is not a
Yeah.
sport with logic in it. I
Styles.
think, like, I don't know. I just have the gut feeling that Buck kind of just like goes out there and he just kind of colds him like off rip. Like, it won't even. We might not even get to see the grappling. Like, unironically, I
That'd
think
be
we might.
funny
Not
as
even,
shit, though, at the
you
same
see
time.
how Buckley couldn't sit on his shots against Usman because of the takedown threat? Don't you think that's going to be similar?
I think it's
Yeah.
different because Sean and Usman are just a little bit different. So I think the thing with Brady is I do think he has decent combinations to set up his shots. The problem is that Brady still, like, you don't fear shots coming from Brady. You're just fearing what's coming down here. With Usman, you do somewhat have to respect it because up until then, even though Usman's striking looked a little bit iffy against Buckley, you still had to believe that if you couldn't just like not respect this and only think low. Like Morales literally thought, oh, I gotta think down here. I don't have to worry about anything up here. And then he got him up out of there. Even though I know the builds are very different between him and Buck. I think with Sean, if he doesn't develop though still any like real respect with his hands where he's like actually like hurting people, it just still might not matter because Buck, like, I think he'll have the takedown defense at least for the first 3 minutes. I know that he got ragdolled by Pat Downey, but again, that's Pat Downey in wrestling. That's a whole different thing. I don't know, because Sean Brady just isn't that physically gifted. He's not very fast twitch, but he is an amazing grappler. Like, all of his attribute points got spent there. So it's really just a matter of what comes first, the chicken or the egg. And I feel like, no pun intended, the chicken's coming with a Buck. You know what I'm saying?
And I do have 2 points. First of all, if Sean Brady comes in there with fucking knee sleeves, Buckley's gonna.
Yeah,
finish
no,
him.
like he can't do that.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
Yeah, yeah. When I seen that nigga pop in
These
there
are
with knee
curse.
sleeves,
It's a
I knew
curse.
that fight was over.
Yi Zhao
And-
versus Khan Offley, fucking old buddy got hit by a fucking bus and then fought fucking Jared Gordon.
Bro,
Jared
dude,
Gordon.
Jamal Hill versus Yuri, bro. We had those knee
Oh,
sleeves on too,
yeah,
bro.
dude,
Yeah.
like that's a kiss of death.
Bro,
Any nigga
actually,
coming in
speaking
there
of
with knee sleeves.
speaking of Yuri, this is a good segue. Very good segue, ladies and gentlemen. Yuri Prohaska versus Khamzat Chimaev has
That's
been
not
talked a
happening.
lot about this weekend.
Slash Carlos Ulberg slash.
Yeah.
Carlos Ulberg is a
Slash
real fight,
Carlos
bro.
Ulberg. Now, what are we saying? I want to know, first of all, let's just imagine we're going to go over Ulberg versus Yuri, Ulberg versus Khamzat, Khamzat versus Yuri. But I want to start with Khamzat versus Yuri. How
Yuri's
does that
dead.
fight go?
Yuri's dead. Yuri, like, listen, you got a better chance right now. You could take prime Usain Bolt, line yourself up with him, and you could beat him with no head start before Khamzat loses to Yuri. Like, listen, Yuri, like, I know we like him. I don't know, maybe not everyone likes him, but you have to like it gets to a point, bro, where certain fan favorite fighters, you have to acknowledge like they are good in spite of their flaws, but they're not good because of who they are. Like, Yuri Prohaska is the type of guy where I could foresee him losing to King Mo in the trilogy. Like, I could foresee it. Like, Glover Teixeira could come out of retirement and he might beat him. And like, because we got to remember, Yuri won the belt off of Glover Teixeira just like getting dementia halfway through the fight, bro. Like, Glover Teixeira, for whatever reason, was like, look, Yuri's about to die. And then Glover goes, let me just jump Gilly. He's never done that
Yeah.
before. I don't even think he's ever even trained that. And
Yeah, but that's what Yuri does to you, though. Yuri makes
No.
you make those decisions.
like, Yuri is just like a weeb version of Michael Chandler where he makes his opponents he beats like worse, but they aren't really like, I don't know, bro. Like, Khamzat would never lose to Yuri. Like, honestly, like, me and Yuri is closer than Yuri versus Khamzat. Like, that's how big the gap we're talking.
Nah, let's not take the piss.
No, like, I'm so serious. Like, if I up the poll on all y'all right now, would y'all pick Khamzat to lose to Yuri? None of you would do it.
Micro Drake in my face right now. Fucking,
Your face, you pick it.
I think I'm gonna select Khamzat Chimaev to win, just so I don't
Yeah.
get fucking Swiss cheese.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
I think Yuri's only way to win is ground and pound TKO. It's not on the feet. It's literally only a ground and pound TKO.
Yeah.
How would he even get there?
He's just fluke. He's literally just
It's
prey
literally
and fluke.
he's gonna have to switch position somehow or stuff to take it on and fall on top of him and ground and pound TKO him. He's not gonna beat him on the feet. It's literally, and that's such a weird way to be your only path to victory is a ground and pound TKO. So yeah, I'm picking Khamzat in this fight easily.
Bro, the only thing with Jiri is it's hard because obviously logically, I would say the way we were talking about Buckley versus Brady is not the same, but Jiri versus Khamzat on steroids, right? In my opinion, there's no logical reason Jiri would beat Khamzat, but then I know Khalil Roundtree isn't Khamzat, but I really felt Roundtree was going to beat the shit out of Jiri and just dominate him. And he kind of did until he didn't.
Did you watch that
That's
fight back
kinda what
since
happened.
like watching it live though?
Hey?
Did you watch that fight back since watching it live though?
I haven't.
Okay, Roundtree was missing a lot. Like most of the offense that looked like it was scoring in real time, it wasn't getting through.
It wasn't.
Like he was either rolling it or he was just fucking absorbing it on the guard. And then he started putting it on him in round 3. And like the whole time, Jiri was low key like on the retreat, landing some really sneaky hard shots on Khalil Roundtree. And then in that third round, I think his corner told him like we need to get this shit back in blood because Roundtree came out fast after 10 minutes. And,
Yeah, but this is the thing though. Either way, right? I haven't watched the fight back, so maybe I have a skewed memory of it. But when I was watching that fight, I just felt like Khalil seems. Maybe I feel like the commentary maybe had it that way too.
I wish you
so
could
maybe
turn that
kind
shit
of skewed
off
my
during
brain.
the live events, bro, because they be
Yeah.
blazing the fuck out of these fighters, bro, and they don't
Yeah.
really not as effective as they're made out to
And
be most of the time.
But it's just with Jiri, he just keeps coming. He keeps coming and he keeps coming. And it's just, it works. Apart from Alex Pereira, I honestly think he could do that to any other light heavyweight in the division. It doesn't matter who it
Not
is.
Not Ulberg.
Whenever I think about Chimaev versus anybody, I just think about the first fucking bell ringing and then like Khamzat
Yeah.
Chimaev shooting across the cage like Foxy from Five Nights at Freddy's 2. So that's why like Jiri versus Khamzat is just a dumbass fight to me because I'm thinking about what that sequence would look like, and it just makes you smile. Bro.
Speaking of dumbass, Yuri Prohaska is a dumbass fighter. He's not good at anything.
Hell yeah, and that's why he's good. That's why he fucking wins. 'Cause
That's
he's too
why he
stupid
is
to
good.
lose.
That's
Yeah,
why
he
is
doesn't believe
good.
in anything, bro. He doesn't believe in
nigga-
any sort of striking.
But
at
like
all.
that BS doesn't work against actual like good like
Yeah.
heavyweights though. Like Ulberg sleeps in first exchange.
Do you think that-
Outfade him.
No.
Yes.
Do you think that
Ulberg would-
if Yuri Prohaska wouldn't have got hurt and like retained his title and immediately fought Jan Blachowicz as his first defense, how do you think that fight would have went?
Jan was good. Jan
That was
really
low-key my
good.
grail matchup, and we never got it because
Bro.
the timelines, it just got fucked up.
Jan, bro, who did Jan just fight?
I
just
Bob
want,
Anthony Smith.
Yeah.
Fight Anthony
Jan
Smith.
still to this day looks really good. And he doesn't look. He's never been the fastest, but bro, even back in the day, I've always felt like Jan was heavily disrespected, even from the Adesanya fight, where the commentary was like, "Man, Joe Rogan was like, Adesanya's dominating with his feints," and that genuinely was the first fight I'd ever watched where I thought, "What the fuck is this guy watching?" Like, Jan Blachowicz is clearly winning this fight, bro. Jan was so underrated. I really liked, not prime Jan because he's always kind of been oldish, but I really liked Jan on his title run. And I think he probably would have beat Yuri.
In my opinion, with Yuri can't beat defensive fighters. So anybody that can counter and anybody because Yuri's chin is everywhere. He's everywhere to be hit. And if he ran into a guy like Carlos Ulberg that can sit down and actually counter and work on the opportunity that he gives you, because Yuri gives his opponents so many opportunities. He gave Volkan Oezdemir 20 opportunities. He gave Glover 20 opportunities. He gave Pereira 20 opportunities. If he's fighting a defensive fighter that can sit down on their punches and counter instead of being scared of that samurai shit, he's not going to win. That's the reason he had no success against Alex. So against Ulberg is going to knock him out. Against Jan Blachowicz did counter Reyes. That would be, I think that I would put that as a 50-50 fight because he's also been knocked out by Thiago Santos.
Maradi, you're a big man on Fear Factor, aren't you, Maradi?
Yeah. What about Fear Factor?
I feel like the samurai spirit of Yuri Prohaska could be a massive thing for Ulberg to
It
fear.
can, but guess what?
I think
Lonzo
Ulberg's
Menefield tried to impose his fear factor against Carlos Ulberg and rush at him like Yuri Prohaska does at niggas, and he put him out in 7 seconds.
No, but
Do we
Yuri's
think-
not
do
going to
we-
do what Menefield did. Let's not fucking
Do we
kid
think
ourselves.
Ulberg would do that to him though, that quickly?
Nah,
Do
man.
you
Yuri
think-
Prohaska is
think
gonna be a
Ulberg-
samurai and try to do that dumbass shit. Ulberg will put him out.
I
I'm
have
not
an
so-
easier
I'm not
time
sold
wrapping
in
my
this.
head around Azamat Mirzakhanov knocking Yuri Prohaska the fuck out than I do Carlos Ulberg knocking him.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
if
I agree with
Azamat-
that. I agree
Bro,
with that.
if Azamat Mirzakhanov, he's a drug cheat, which is exactly why I think he shouldn't get any respect, and he will never
Two-time-
get any
Yeah, it
respect.
looks like a
Tucson.
fucking
But
orc from the Lord of the Rings,
he is,
bro.
he is a fucking very good fighter. He's Azamat Mirzakhanov.
Mirzakhanov is an offensive sniper, not a defensive sniper. Ulberg's a defensive sniper. Mirzakhanov's an offensive sniper.
Yeah.
And it's hard to beat. Like Alex Pereira did not beat Yuri on the offense. Really, it was more of with the counter. Like the first fight, it was
Yeah.
a counter. And whenever Yuri does get hurt, like when he got hurt against Uzdemir, it was a counter. But when he did get hurt by Glover, it was offensive. I think that if you're just not, I don't even know how to put it in ways because he's such a dumbass. It's so hard to put it.
I know,
put
it's
it
so
in
fucking weird, like
perspective.
trying to like predict how
Yeah.
a Yuri fight goes
Yeah.
because it just looks
Uh-huh.
fucking dumb every time.
I'm just not so,
So-
like I like Ulberg. I just don't completely sold that Ulberg all of a sudden is going to chin Yuri Prohaska. Like I just don't get this. Like I can see it happening. I'm not saying it's like some stupid thing to predict, but I'm not so confident like you guys seem to be. Like
Ulberg's quite. I like Ulberg's striking. I think it is clean. But what I will say is, I feel like sometimes, especially lately, sometimes Carlos Ulberg isn't. With Reyes, he got him out there, and look, Reyes doesn't have a chin though, so that was kind of. It wasn't a guaranteed outcome, but at the same time, it kind of was. He only had to touch him. Ulberg doesn't. Sometimes he doesn't stay active enough. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Where if he cracks Yuri with a straight right hand or whatever it is, angling off, and Yuri wobbles a bit, but Ulberg just kind of stays patient, lets Yuri come in again, Yuri might eventually wade in on him. You know, just throwing some crazy shit.
And here's the thing about Yuri. I didn't want to say this, and I made a video about it, but I didn't say it yet because I was waiting because niggas already crashed on me. But Yuri's wins are not impressive. So him beating Jamal Hill and Alexander
I agree with that one.
Rakic, Carlos Ulberg and Ankalaev are 2 levels above Rakic, Hill, Roundtree.
okay. Who's Ulberg's impressive wins?
He's gonna knock
Jan
out Yuri.
Blachowicz, Volkan Ozdemir.
Jan Blachowicz was that like some crazy performance? Was
I thought Jan
competitive,
beat Ulberg.
close.
I mean, he
I
just
thought
stayed
Ulberg won,
measured.
by the way. I thought Ulberg won, but like, I'm just saying,
thought
like,
Jan
if we're gonna
won.
say this about Yuri, okay, fair enough. But I also don't think that Ulberg's had some like crazy fucking.
But Blachowicz
standout-
also beats all of the wins that Yuri has. Blachowicz beats all
Yeah.
those guys except Glover, of course. Glover is
And you
Yuri's best
can't-
win.
You can't, even though Jan Blachowicz, you just can't. You've got to stay measured with him, and you've got to kind of point fight with him. Otherwise, he is going to kind of hurt you. Like Jan Blachowicz still has that fear factor around him, even at the age he's at right now, where it's like, you know, if he catches you, it's going to hurt. So I feel like Ulberg couldn't have really fought him any other way. But at the same time, I did think Jan beat him. I'd have to rewatch. I mean, I don't want to rewatch it. I don't think it was a good fight, but I did give that Jan. And I don't think Ulberg is this finesse fighter like Alex is. I don't expect him to just do
Hey,
Yuri like Alex did.
Ulberg could beat Alex too.
Ulberg's a better defensive fighter than Alex, a better counterpuncher than Alex.
Alex has too much.
Better counter.
No, Alex is too much for him.
I don't
Nah,
mind.
I
If,
don't-
I don't know if I say better counterpunch here. I mean, I don't mind you saying you think Ulberg wins low key. I kind of hear it, but I wouldn't say he's better counters than Pereira. Pereira's got some nice counters, man.
When Ulberg
What
counters
about? Sorry, go on, Marauder.
when Ulberg counters and hits somebody, they don't fucking move.
Yeah.
They don't move.
Jan Blachowicz was still moving.
He didn't counter him really.
Jan's a
That was
blockhead.
What? So he didn't.
like
he didn't
B-Wolf
he didn't
said-
counterpunch once.
because Jan Blachowicz is not a dumbass. I'm talking about if he's fighting a dumbass.
All right, my bad.
I kind of wish we were like 3 years in the future, just so that Abdul Rahman Yakayev develops a little bit more because I really feel like that guy beats all of these motherfuckers, bro. I'm not gonna lie. That's my guy.
Who?
Abdul Rahman Yakayev. That's that Chechen
Oh,
dude who
yeah,
knocked
yeah,
fucking
bro.
Rafael
Yes.
Santana out
The
really bad.
33-second knockout.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That guy,
Yeah, he looks
that guy
good,
can
man.
be something. That guy's
Yeah,
good.
no, I
Okay.
hear that. He does look good.
I was like, yeah.
You know,
was like,
I
who the
think
fuck is that?
Navajo Sterling's gonna be up there too.
Nah, cause he like
What?
nah though, nah,
What?
nah.
Huh?
Navajo
No?
Sterling, he be taking like fucking Ivan Erslan to like the worst decisions you've ever
Nah,
seen in your life.
no. You gotta understand.
Didn't he go to
just
decision
started-
with Tukos Turcos?
Yes, dude. Like every
No,
single
but-
fight that he had in the
oh.
UFC went to decision. Bellado, like fucking.
No, but you gotta
Bellado.
understand. He's still new to MMA. He just started MMA like a couple years ago. He's still new. He's a
did,
kickboxer
he
coming
did.
in MMA. He's still new. I think Navajo Sterling's gonna be champ in like 4 years from now. Like 3-4 years he'll be
So-
champion.
Are you also high on Cesar Almeida?
No.
But he's
No.
the same thing as him. He's the same guy.
No.
No.
'cause
Cesar Almeida's old as shit.
Yeah, no, and Cesar Almeida, he can't really like fight in MMA. Like he's a good striker, but he has like no grappling. Like Navajo actually has like developed grappling and he's gonna get better with time. I think the thing was Nav was just knocking out people on the Oceania scene, and he kind of wanted to like show that he was more well-rounded when I feel like he didn't need to do all that. You don't have to like prove yourself in the UFC, you just gotta just win. But yeah, no, like Cesar Almeida kind of sucks in my opinion. Like, who's his best win? Like Abdul Ragasan, is that like his best win or something? I don't
Yeah,
know.
Right.
Razak
Yeah,
Al Hassan.
Yeah, like him. Nah, but I don't even know why we're talking about Cesar Almeida, dude. He's cheeks,
Bro.
bro. He
Bro,
sucks.
we talk
speaking
about
of
Terrence McKinney all the
the
time.
top end of the division then, and title contention in light heavyweight division, what do we think then of Ulberg versus Khamzat? What do we think? That's not a fight many people have mentioned, but it's interesting. What do we think?
Is it interesting?
No, that's not interesting.
I don't think it's interesting.
I
No,
like
that would never happen in the Paramount era.
I think Khamzat
Never.
literally just a live bumming. I think that's what
Nah,
it would be.
I
I
don't
don't
think-
think.
think-
Wait, but I don't think that this is even a topic. Hamza would move up to heavyweight before they would even ever match up Hamza and Ulberg.
Yeah, because
That's not a
they know
fight.
Ulberg's too much of a risk. That's why they wouldn't do that fight.
You
'Cause,
think
like,
so?
I really feel like I'd rather turn on my Xbox and spend 25 minutes inside of the vanilla unicorn in Grand Theft Auto Online than to
Yeah,
watch Ulberg versus Chimaev.
But Ulberg
Little-
would beat
that's-
Hamza, but I don't think that's a fight they'll make. Though. I think Ulberg
No,
wins
that's
that though.
a fight that nobody has ever said except Mr. Benjamin. I think you're the first person in the whole world.
I just said it
who
was
ever said
interesting
that.
as well.
I like it. What the fuck? Ulberg's the top fucking title contender. I'm not a matchmaker. I don't think like match. I don't think. Oh, dude, I want to book this guy versus this guy. I don't give a fuck about any of that. Ulberg and Khamzat's an interesting fight.
No,
Yeah,
it's
oh,
not.
Ankalaev-
no.
Ankalaev and Hamza would be
Yes.
more interesting.
No,
Yeah,
wait,
Ankalaev said he
no.
wants to go to heavyweight though. Did you guys peep that shit?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
he needs to
did.
move up.
I feel
like
Lightweight
he-
needs more life.
Heavyweight is dog shit as well. So
Between Ankalaev, Rakic, and like who else? Maybe even Hill. One of those motherfuckers got to do it.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
got to do
Rakic
it.
absolutely should. Rakic is huge.
nah,
Rakic is a
Rakic
big
might be
fucker.
done,
Rakic
man.
needs to
That
stop fighting,
Mirzakanov
bro.
KO was a bit off. Was it a
Oh.
jab? Was it a jab as well?
Yeah, it was literally
Yeah.
step in.
Bro,
jab.
bro, if you're
Yeah,
getting
really
knocked
bad.
out, if you're getting done in by a jab, call it raps, bro. I'm not
Bro,
even
the
taking
problem
piss.
is like Rakic. Every time he fights, they keep showing that one Reebok highlight of him knocking out
Jimmy,
what's his
Jimmy
Manawa.
Manawa, the paper
you- Jimmy
boy, the
Manawa.
poster boy.
Like Jay Lee, they run that one clip like 3 different angles, and then
It's only
like him.
highlight.
Like
Yeah.
I've
It's only
never
highlight.
seen- It's only highlight, bro.
Bro.
Speaking of
Right.
speaking of heavyweight, what y'all think about Gane versus Pereira? This is a fight that I really want to hear your
Cyril,
opinion about.
right. Is this a hot take? Yay or nay? Cyril Gane probably could be Alex Pereira. I don't know yet whether he would. I'm not certain about it.
I don't think
But I
that's a
think
hot
he could.
take.
I'm
I don't think
picking
that's a hot
Gane.
take.
Picking
Oh,
Gane.
is Gane the favourite? What we're saying? What I don't know how
No,
this is viewed.
Nah,
Well,
I think it's
for
quite
me,
split.
I'm locked in. I'm locked in. I think Gane's a plus 160. I'm locked in on Gane.
I'm going Pereira, bro. I think Pereira's got that shit.
It's tough.
Why?
I just think that Alex Pereira will be able to. I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see him at heavyweight. I think the boxing. Gane's got okay boxing, but defensively he's quite sloppy with it, in my opinion. And I feel like his footwork as well. His feet come together quite often. I feel like, I don't know, I just think Pereira, I could see Pereira chinning him. Don't get me wrong, Pereira's also a bit defensively inept, like, don't get me wrong. But, I don't know, man, I think Pereira's got that shit, but it's a close one.
Gane's best.
Nah.
Pereira. What do you think, Jay?
You gotta understand, Gane is like the old reliable whenever they're trying to get a guy moving up to like build legacy points off of. Like John Jones, legacy points. Alex Pereira and Cyril Gane to me is just not that competitive. I'd rather see Alex Pereira versus like Rico Verhoeven or like him versus maybe like John, to be honest, or even him versus Tom. Gane, it's like
dude.
I'd love to see.
They're all quite unrealistic
We don't even know
compared to
for a
Gone
fact
right
if
now.
Tom Aspinall beats Cyril Gane, like definitively.
Yeah.
True.
But it's just like stop.
I think Tom would beat both, but then we don't even know if Tom's going to come back.
Yeah,
So
but it's
just one of
like,
those
to
things.
me, it's just, I feel like when Alex is fighting Gane, you just know what the play is. Like, they're giving him a stylistically favorable matchup. Like, realistically, the guys at heavyweight, you give him, like, what? Yes, because
How is
Gane
it a
being a striker.
stylistic? This is
You're giving him a striker who's not super aggressive on the front foot, who is not gonna, he's not gonna shoot on him probably. And I mean, like, realistically, if you were, Huh?
Might. I don't know, bro. Do we think Pereira might try to take Gane down?
No.
no,
Yeah,
no, it wouldn't make sense for either one of them to grapple. It's not one of those situations where I could see one of them trying to like catch him by surprise. The problem is, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Alex Pereira winning at heavyweight doesn't move me because I feel like if it's Volkov or even Gane, it's like I kind of just see it coming, so it won't feel like oh my gosh, dude, he won 3 belts in 3 divisions. Like, it doesn't-
Jay, who has
I know
Pereira
what
fought that is more elusive and has better defense than Gane?
Izzy,
Does he?
Oh fuck no!
Yeah.
Come on, we're
What?
not doing this. Izzy's
What?
great. He does not have better defense or is more elusive than Gane on the feet.
bro, just because Cyril Gane has that bouncy footwork and drops his hands a couple
This is
times,
a
does
I'd
not
say
make
he's
him
more
elusive
elusive.
fighter.
I'd say he's more
Heavyweight.
elusive.
This is
No.
a middleweight compared to a heavyweight.
Yeah.
We're not
Okay.
doing that. And
I feel that kind of
and-
emboldens his claim though, because like lighter man skill and shit. And I mean, Gane, I mean, he does do well with his defense and movement, but he did get dropped by Tai Tuivasa.
Like,
But
like,
yeah, but because he
and-
was playing
and
with his
Izzy
food,
has-
though.
has been going. Izzy was getting hurt by Gaslam in his prime. This is
Yeah.
a nigga that.
That's
so
true.
guys, let's.
That's
We
true.
have to think about.
Yeah,
Bro,
but Tai
getting
Tuivasa
hurt
is
by
10
Tai
times
Tuivasa
worse.
is
In
worse.
it.
But that is
Come on,
worse. That's
bro.
definitely worse.
No, what's worse, Gaslam or after having 114 kickboxing fights, getting hurt by Gaslam or Gane?
Gaslam
Gane
is
or
just
by
like a
Tuivasa?
well-fed Topuria, bro.
The only
Yeah, no-
reason, do you not think though Gane got hurt by Tuivasa because he was playing with him and he got careless?
no, like, because you got to understand,
Yeah,
like,
but you, Jay, you're not under. There's a difference between hurt and a flash knockdown. Izzy was hurt.
okay.
Gane, it was a flash knockdown.
But this is my thing. It's just like, I think Gane is a good fighter. I think he's a good striker. But he just like
Yeah.
but deep down, you know that like they would give him Gane because he's stylistically the easiest one of like the main names. Like, let's just say Tom were to come back, his eyes are good. He's harder for Alex than Gane because
Yeah.
we do
Dude,
know that
Cyril
there is a
Gane has
I
more
actually-
tricks up his sleeve. The jab is going to be a problem. The straight, the kicks,
The
I wanna-
the only thing with Gane is, do we think, and actually going back to the Adesanya 1 fight, not the second, but kind of the second, do we think anyone could simply, on the back foot, outpoint strike Pereira without getting caught and eventually finished? Because
oh
the reason why I asked that question is because even in the Israel Adesanya 1 fight, right, for example, I know again he's a middleweight, it's a completely different fight. It never felt like, in my opinion, watching it live, that Adesanya was going to be able to do that for 25 minutes without Pereira getting him eventually. And Pereira did get him eventually. The thing is with Pereira, he's methodically going to break Gane down more and more round by round. Even if Gane's in southpaw, Pereira can go shin to shin with him. His lead low kicks are still hard. If Gane's in orthodox, his calf's exposed. Even if he's moving laterally,
Gane
Pereira's
can't
gonna
defend
catch
leg
him.
kicks. Gane can't defend leg
Yeah.
kicks at all.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. You
Dude,
are right
Tom
about
was
that.
chopping him down. Like, that's why I always say,
Yeah.
like, low key, like, Tom in a rematch probably has a better chance now than Gane does because he saw calf kicks were there, get the ring rust off. But the only problem would be, like, can you feint eye pokes? Is that legal? Like, if I were, like, to throw this out there, like, would that, like, make Tom hesitate to jump in the range?
I don't think Tom could beat Gane though. I honestly think if Tom in a 25-minute fight with Gane couldn't have any success with his wrestling, let's say that fight played out and Tom just couldn't get him down, I do think Gane would have pulled away very, very clearly.
I don't know, man. I think in a rematch, I think it's going to be like Alex Auk thing, where it's like everyone kind of feels one way because we saw what happened. I just really think like Gane should be so sad that he eye poked him, because I think that was his one chance at beating him. And I picked Gane. I picked him. I did pick him, but thinking about it now, but it's kind of getting off topic with it. But I just feel like Alex, I'd rather see him fight like someone with an actual grappling capability. If it's like Gane, it doesn't get me that excited, because like literally when he beats him, I'm not gonna feel nothing. Like I'm just gonna be staring.
Well, I think it's a good achievement.
Why are we still doing this grappling gimmick with Alex Pereira? He's already proven to you so many times that he can grapple already. He's proven it.
I never said he couldn't grapple. But it's like, okay, if he fights John, I get John hasn't fought in like forever.
John Jones, honest to God, it would finish Alex Pereira in 30
But that's
seconds.
what I'm saying, though. So if Alex were to beat him, it feel like you can feel something. But if he beats Gane, it's like beating the guy who's not the guy.
I don't know, bro, because I think the Gane, I wouldn't be surprised if Pereira beat Gane. But the reason why I'd still give it a great win, kind of not the same, but kind of the same way I would give JDM as a good win for Islam, is because, you know, Gane is the bigger guy. Pereira's, well, is he bigger? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's no advantage.
I don't know.
There's no advantages Gane has. Plus he's French, bro. Like he's already fighting at a disadvantage. There's no advantages for him.
I'm gonna switch up. I said Alex Pereira wins, but I think Gane wins because he would eye poke Alex Pereira, and Alex Pereira will be like, "Oh, sham of this, sham of that. I've got to continue. Ref, I can't see, but I'm going to continue anyway." And then Gane would just fucking finish him because Pereira can't see. I think that's how it play out.
You guys need to actually see the fight happen. You guys are missing out on. If you guys think that this is an easy fight for Pereira, you're tripping.
I just have like vacant champ fatigue, bro. Like I just watched Volk win a vacant belt. I mean, who else? I just saw Ilya win a vacant belt. There might be another vacant belt at 205. Like it's just, I kind of want to see him beat the guy. I understand it might not be Tom, but at least if it's John, like I can get the feeling of, all right, like Alex is getting challenged here. You just know, deep down, Marauder. You know deep down.
I don't like that, dude.
Like honest to God, you don't really think Gane beats Alex on the feet.
Nigga, stop. Hold on, dude. Let's not do this, because Gane's only lost to the best fighters in the fucking world. That's Ngannou and John Jones. Why are we gonna act like he did not just give the most dangerous man in the world,
but
Tom
that's
Aspinall?
like the Michael Chandler paradox, where you just only lose to the best, but just because you lose to the best doesn't make you the best, though. Like Chandler,
he was 3 minutes away from beating Ngannou,
but he didn't win. Like at a certain point, you gotta beat someone elite at some point.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. Just thinking about the state of the heavyweight division right now makes you want to eat $100 in nickels.
Yeah. Literally. No, but the thing with let's say though, actually, because I think this actually deserves to be mentioned. Let's say Alex Pereira beat John Jones now, right? Would he actually get a lot of credit for it? Do you think?
Yeah.
Because do you think though?
Yeah.
Stylistic, it was a nightmare for him. Not only that, John still has got that name value to him, so you know what I mean?
But would everyone not just say, but John was washed?
Nah, there would be people like that. People would do that because that's MMA fans in general. We always do that no matter what, like.
Yeah, like no win gets 100% credit. Like I can't think of a single win that people 100% credit. Like every win has been
You can't use age as an out though at the heavier weight classes.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But longevity, that definitely plays a factor.
Although I will say, I don't think John looked good against Stipe. Well, he looked much better than Stipe, but I don't think.
I feel like everyone was way too harshly critical of both of the performances that John Jones put on at heavyweight. They couldn't really say much about the Gane one because like nothing really happened.
Bro, the Gane one, if John beat,
but there's still people who say like Cyril Gane was piecing up John Jones on the feet before he got taken down.
That's delusional.
What the fuck?
Look, Ronnie's about to say. Look, Ronnie's about to say. Ronnie's about to say. He's about to say.
No, I wasn't. I said that's crazy. I said that's crazy.
But like, bro, like fucking people were like, oh well, Stipe had him running. It's like, dude, have you ever watched a John Jones fight before? He literally does that in all of his fights. He turns his back and he like resets by running away. Like he does that literally all the time against everybody.
But that's what I'm saying though. Like heavyweight being a division where someone could be the person to do the 3 champ attempt on. Like that's why I'm saying like it doesn't feel like anything unless it's like a Tom or a John. If it's Gane, like it just won't.
Feels a little irregular. I know what you mean, but a real man's division.
Yeah, I feel like you would have to do it. I mean, who knows? The UFC's out here. It doesn't even really matter anymore. I mean, they could just strip Tom, and what's Tom going to do about it? Like, Tom can't really do anything about it if they stripped him.
Low key, bro. Fuck Tom Aspinall.
Yo!
Oh, why? Why?
Say that again. Say that again.
Bro, honestly, dude, like, fuck Tom Aspinall. Like, real
What
shit.
the
fuck?
Yeah.
Bro,
What's this all about?
People overinflate how good like he is, bro. They talk about this man like he could fucking defeat Superman and Goku in like the same
might be
event.
able
It's
to.
like literally, man, like fucking like bro, I honestly was never super high on that guy. And he's literally competing in like the weakest state of the heavyweight division.
Yeah,
and
I agree with that.
he deserves
That's
people
true.
dragging him too for the fact that he was talking in like the interview saying like, oh yeah,
Well, he's talking about deep waters, right? Oh, they all say that and get finished in the first round.
and then he was like,
Yeah.
That was
well, I
the
was
worst
actually-
British. That's the worst British accent
Yeah.
I've
And
ever
then he
heard
was
in
like,
my
well, I was
life.
actually just like, well, I was actually just getting warmed up and like, you know, I was working my weapons and like developing like my plan to actually finish the fight from where things left off. But it's like you promised a round 1 finish, and he looked like
sometimes
you look like you had your hands full with Cyril.
Bro,
Tom
sometimes when
Aspinall is a one-dimensional fighter with all he has is a 1-2 and a Roman Reigns spear. So yes, and he's fighting the weakest heavyweight division. Junior Dos Santos would knock out Tom Aspinall in the first round.
No.
Nah,
Junior
Loki,
Dos Santos
no,
was
I
crushing him.
love
I
Tom.
can't
but
wait for him to
Loki,
come
Loki,
back and
I
beat
hear
him.
it.
Bro,
JDS,
someone-
bro,
Yo,
JDS
no,
had some of
someone-
the nicest boxing going.
Someone clip that part
I
of Marauder
can't wait.
saying that, and then when Tom comes back and wins, bro, clip that part.
Yeah,
bro.
fucking.
can't wait.
We'll all get back together in 4 years whenever that happens. We'll put that bitch in a time capsule.
Bro.
And we're all fucking
Or
fathers.
Tom doesn't even
How
come
would JDS
back.
not spark Aspinall? I think let me
No, he
run you
gets his
down a
ass
list.
handed to him.
I will name
How,
you
how,
five
how,
always
heavyweights.
happens to
how?
JDS.
I'm gonna name you
How?
5 heavyweights right now that would
Oh my
spark
gosh,
Aspinall.
you know how good Tom Aspinall is. Oh my god.
Okay,
No, I
Junior
think you
Dos
guys are
Santos.
undervaluing JDS.
I'm gonna name the 5. Hold on, let me name 5. Junior Dos Santos, Francis Ngannou, Jonathan
yeah.
Jones, Cyril Gane,
Throw Prime Stipe in there.
and
No,
Prime Stipe gets
Prime
No.
Stipe's good. Yeah,
No.
Prime Stipe. Yeah.
Prime
Stipe
Stipe,
gets
Prime
Prime
Stipe,
Stipe.
I'll throw
absolutely.
Stipe in there. I'll throw Stipe in there.
No,
It's
Prime
cool.
Stipe doesn't beat Tom. He doesn't beat
I'll
Tom.
Prime
Prime
Stipe in
Stipe's
there.
up there. Yeah, for
Nope.
sure.
Nope.
I'll throw him in there.
John nor Prime Stipe beats Tom. I don't see it. No.
Alistair Overeem would stop Tom.
No, because
Nah.
Alistair Overeem,
Nah.
Alistair Overeem in his prime, Ubereem lost to Travis fucking Brown. So let's not even go there. I fuck Alistair Overeem. He's
I could
shit.
say Fabricio
Whoa,
Werdum would
whoa,
give
let's
Tom
not
hell.
start hating on the
Fabricio
Reem.
Verdum.
Nah, we're not shouting on Reem.
Are we really gonna act like he's not elite?
Fabricio Verdum.
Bro,
We're
Vi
not gonna act like he's not
Cavallo,
elite.
bro. Vi Cavallo running
Yo,
that.
what are you gonna say next? Gabriel Gonzaga's gonna beat Tom Aspinall? Like, what are we talking about?
Like,
Dude,
what's
Fedor.
that
Fedor.
What's that nigga name with the big ass head?
Which one?
Fucking Bigfoot Silva.
Bigfoot Silva, you would give the nigga issues. Hey, Bigfoot Silva would give Tom Aspinall big issues, nigga.
Oh. Bro, fuck. We just bullied. This guy just gets bullied. Tom Aspinall just gets bullied by
Bro,
everyone.
honestly, dude, it's like, but there's just no real like metric of
serious,
actually
bro.
placing and fairly assessing the skill level of Tom Aspinall, other than just
Yeah.
guys on the internet saying this guy is the best fighter ever to compete at 265, and there's like
No, yeah,
justifying it.
I didn't even name Daniel Cormier. This is the thing.
Yeah,
Like,
okay, yeah.
Do you want
He
me to
would-
tell you-
he-
do you want me to tell you why people overrate Tom, though? Because
Why?
John Jones was too scared to fucking fight him.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Like that's where a lot of his hype came
Yeah.
from. Oh my god, he's the guy who scared John Jones off, and
Yeah.
that's when it all started to rolling
And it's
into it
true.
all. I do agree that people overrate Tom, even though I'll fucking love Tom. I do agree that people overrate Tom, but then I also think Marauder's completely underrating him by saying.
Bigfoot
he's gonna be-
Silva?
Alfredo, though, Alfredo, that
Different
narrative
so
was
much
circulated.
No,
Alfredo,
you
hold on,
deserted.
hold on.
No, no.
I'll say, you can get to it. You can hold on. That narrative was Sergey Pavlovich's narrative. He just took it from him. Sergey Pavlovich had the same narrative as Tom Aspinall.
Yeah, but
But I feel
Like,
like
it's
that was
not
always a
cool,
dog
though.
shit. Now I always thought that was a dog shit narrative because
No,
we
but-
saw Overeem use the grappling against Pavlovich with relative ease and finished the guy.
But Tom with but the thing is though with the Pavlovich fight, Tom with one leg on short notice turned up, and Pavlovich was on a hot streak, and a lot of people were picking him to beat Tom. Like whatever people say about Pavlovich now, a lot of people were like, Tom should not take this fight. That was the narrative
True,
going
true.
into that, and Tom
Yeah.
in one punch put him out of there. Tom's a good heavyweight.
and that was the narrative because the narrative Aspinall has now was Sergey's. So people also think that John Jones shouldn't take that fight. He should duck. It's gonna be the same outcome. John Jones would smash him.
Bro, Waldo
like,
Cortez
this narrative-
Acosta beats Tom Aspinall.
What?
No,
He
no.
wouldn't. He gets ass whooped.
Waldo Cortez Acosta.
I saw Waldo Cortez Acosta
wait,
lose to
wait,
Sergey
wait,
Spivak
Waldo,
last year, bro.
Waldo Cortez Acosta via I Know Black Papi, me Dominican Papi.
No, but no,
Let's
no,
play
listen.
baseball.
No,
Waldo's
listen,
one of the
listen.
most overrated fighters in the UFC right now.
Yes.
But no, listen,
Bro, he lost to a gun. He lost to
no.
a gun-shy Pavlovich.
Waldo
bro.
Cortez Acosta was a journeyman in the boxing world. That shows
Now
MMA
listen,
because
bro.
he knew
But
MMA
Ryder,
was a
you deserve to be exiled, bro. Because what do you mean, Bigfoot Silva? It's gonna be Tom Aspinall.
Dude, that nigga was an issue.
You deserve 30. You deserve 30 lashes for that. Like, what are you talking about, freaking Bigfoot Silva?
Lashes?
Yeah, his lashes.
God. Oh my god, that's crazy.
Wait, Jay, was that nigga Antonio Silva not an issue?
Not in the
Yeah,
modern
because
day.
he was just a big fucking meathead.
Andy was
He
on
knocked
peds
out
all the
Fedor,
time. Andy was
nigga.
on peds. Andy was on peds.
Fedor was like 50, bro.
He
The
knocked
ghost
out-
of Fedor, and Fedor's a fucking middleweight, really. Like, he's a heavyweight, but he's not
No, but
really.
Fedor was like 50 years old when he fought him. Dude, he was going life and death with Mark Hunt, bro. I'm not trying to hear this that he's beating Tom Aspinall. Bigfoot
That's
Silva's
a
never been
bad motherfucker. That's-
Mark Hunt was
Mark
that guy,
Hunt's
to be fair.
No, but
Mark
Mark
Hunt's
Hunt's
bad
not bad. I'm just saying though, like, bro, you gotta understand, Tom Aspinall would beat most of the heavyweights all time. He would only like maybe lose to like Ngannou. I think he'd lose to Ngannou.
I think you could
Came-
name 5.
Name 5 people that beat Tom.
I know. I think you could do. I think there's good argument like DC.
Nah,
I think
like
you could name.
3.
I think it was a fair few.
I think Tom would badly knock out Daniel Cormier.
Really?
Yeah, no, he would beat DC.
Really?
But
Well,
I
what's
think
got-
he would be DC.
why though? I don't know why we all think
like
this.
Bigfoot Silva's where you draw the line. No,
No,
I'm so stuck
nigga,
on-
I named 5 heavyweights that can beat him all time.
but
Do
Steve
you know?
not
Do you
beating
know
him.
who would probably beat him though? I will say, I think Francis would have.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Francis for sure.
Francis
yeah.
Ngannou's the best fighter who ever lived. Like Francis Ngannou, if you took all the human people, every human being who's ever lived, and we all
Dude,
got like put in a
Dude,
bracket.
you
Francis Ngannou-
yell at me, nigga.
That is my
You
favorite
were
fighter
just
of all
going-
time, though. He
You
has the
were
best
just
KO
going
reel.
up
Bro,
on
you know
me
when
about
people-
Bigfoot Silva.
in UFC.
Ngannou's the greatest fighter of all time.
No, he's the
You
best. I
nigga
said no. I'm saying he's the best. Like if we took every human. No, like
Okay.
what I'm saying. No, not like skill wise. Like if every human being like had to fight each other, like we had to
Yeah.
fight
Ngannou
like
would
like
win.
like hands unarmed combat. Francis
Yeah.
Ngannou
Ngannou
would be the
yeah.
one at the end. He'd be the one at the very end. Like all 8 billion people.
He is.
Yeah. Or
Hamzat's gonna take
Deontay
him-
Wilder.
Hamzat's gonna take him down.
No.
Hamzat's gonna shoot a double leg on him.
Yeah, dude.
Deontay
In a-
Wilder?
Bro, in
Oh,
a bare
yeah,
knuckle street, bro. Bare knuckle street.
Francis just
fight.
takes him down.
No. Ngannou would beat Wilder.
Usyk
Just
would give
saying.
that nigga big issues. Okay, let's wait.
Come
Hold
on,
I-
man.
I-
What are we
This is a
doing?
conversation that I need more time to think about. I can't just blurt shit out.
Bro, no. All I'm saying is, right, in a bare knuckle street fight, if Wilder hit anybody once, that's it.
Well,
You
yeah,
couldn't-
but like,
there is not one man on earth that could take one clean bare knuckle punch off Wilder. Not
Wait,
one.
why?
could
Wait,
say
why
the
are you
same
talking
for
about Wilder?
Francis.
But Francis would beat. I'm just saying, Wilder could beat anybody in the world in a fight. That's all I'm saying. He could.
Nah, I don't know, man. I think, honestly, bro, if I'm really thinking about it, bro, I think Deontay Wilder versus like Brandon Allen would be a pretty close fight, bro. I think Brandon Allen probably gets it.
Oh, nigga, no. Let's
What?
fight.
Wilder would kill Brendan Allen.
No?
What
Mm-mm.
the fuck? No, Joshua Van versus fucking Taira. I don't even want to.
The heavyweight
Yeah,
division,
right.
it's just a pile of shit, bro. Like,
Yeah, low
like
key, bro.
literally
We spent,
fuck heavyweight. Like every single like era of heavyweight, like fuck all of that shit. The
Yeah,
more
let's
that
talk
like
about the
reminisce
Yeah,
about
move down,
heavyweight,
move
bro,
down
like,
to a. Let's
there's
move to
never
a
been
proper
cool
weight class.
heavyweights, bro. 265
Move-
has always been just like the fucking ugly stepchild of
But-
the MMA world.
Get
Before
to
we
flyweight,
do
man.
talk
That's a
about-
proper. Go on.
before we
Jay.
do talk about Van versus Tyra, I think flyweight is the best division in the UFC right now in terms of
Probably.
like parity. It's probably
Probably.
because if you think about it, bro, Loner Kavanaugh could be in the top 5 after next weekend.
He's not beating Brandon Moreno, bro.
He's good.
Yeah. I
He's
think
not beating Brandon
he would
Moreno?
get placed right outside just because fucking they placed Kyoji Horiguchi at 5, and then
Yeah.
Royval is still there, and then Cat.
Do we think?
and then Tyra.
Do we think
Mm,
elevation's
yeah.
going to cost Lord of Kavanaugh against Brandon
Absolutely.
Moreno?
I don't think it'll cost him, but it'll definitely play a factor for sure. Like, bro, he was slowing down against Charles Johnson. Now he's taking a short notice fight when he was preparing for a 3-round fight against Bruno Silva. Now he's stepping up on a 5-round fight, short notice, high elevation, bro. He's got the recipe for disaster. He's fucked.
Yeah. English fighters,
Even without all that shit, Moreno still is a hard fight for Lona Kavanagh. Like,
So you think that Loner has to finish Moreno under 2? That's all his only way he's winning.
No, I wouldn't say that. I think he's got to get. I don't know if he.
I don't know, because Moreno can be stupid as fuck sometimes, and against Usyk, he started to slow down loads, and like he looked really good in like the first 2 rounds, then just all of a sudden just dropped off a fucking cliff. So there's still like a possibility, because Moreno sometimes is a bit, you know what I mean? So there's a possibility.
I feel like he's getting worse too.
Yeah.
Moreno.
I gotta watch footage for this fight, but honestly, dude, it's so hard to give a fuck about this main event, dude. I really can't cap to y'all. Asuam Obayev versus Moreno was a fight that like I barely cared about. But I was doing my predictions, and like the first fight on the card is Damian Pinos versus Wes Schultz.
Yo, but low key Pinos though, he's actually like low key. No, like listen, I know the name crazy, but like Damian Pinos though, he actually could be really good though. Like he like him versus Atiba is my dream fight. Like those are the 2 guys who I want to see fight for the belt one
Bro,
day.
talking about Damian Pinos, bro, like you really got to be careful and like very meticulous with your words so you don't walk yourself into an AO moment. I have all my notes here, like Pinos is able to stay standing when people try pulling him to the ground. The power of Pinos will ultimately be the difference maker. Wes Schultz will come out trying to hang on Pinos.
What country is this nigga from?
I think he's from Suriname.
Yeah, he is.
Is that nigga? That says Uruguay.
Pinos.
No, he's from Suriname. I swear he is.
Why is he on the blue flag in
And
his
he
shit?
fights out of like Aruba, I think is the
Aruba,
country.
yeah, Aruba.
Oh, okay. I think he might be both.
I've never seen that flag in my life.
Just no hangman over like the entire opening of my breakdowns. Talking about some Damian Pinos.
So what are you picking Moreno or Loner?
Man, bro, Moreno got done so bad by Tatsuro Taira. Whether or not people like agree that was like a fucking early stoppage or whatever, he got fried. It wasn't close.
Yeah, the only thing when Moreno lost to Taira, I didn't want to look too much into it because I feel like Taira could do that to pretty much anyone anyway. So I don't know whether that's going to affect this fight too much. But at the same
striking
time,
that could be exploited though, and like I'm tapped in with like Bedtime MMA. I follow him on Instagram, and he made like a story post yesterday, and he was talking about, like Joshua Van beats the fuck out of Taira, like he boxes like him into a fucking coffin, and he stuffs takedowns as well.
Nah,
Moreno. Well, why didn't Moreno do that? Because I reckon Moreno and Joshua Van would have one of the best boxing fights in UFC history. I think that. I was actually there for the Moreno and Taira fight in person. It's so much different seeing it in person. Taira shoots from like the middle to there, like it's just a big slam on the octagon, and he's back up and striking. Taira's really good.
Taira's fucking good, and he's getting better.
He's only improving. But Joshua Van's only improving as well. This is a fight.
Yeah.
This is a Gen Z fight, right? They're both Gen Z.
Something that really like makes me like question immediately siding with Taira though is Alden Correa, the training partner of Joshua Van, who we just saw compete.
Oh yeah, Correa is nice.
Because I mean he's just such a complete fighter, and like Joshua Van is working with that guy every single fucking day. He has the counter wrestling, he has really good boxing fundamentals as well, and he's like just getting started in the UFC.
So the only thing would have won when they first got matched up, Taira and Van.
Taira.
Nah, Van would have beat him.
Van would have won.
I was using the same logic behind like my pick for Van versus Pantoja before the arm break. I thought that Joshua Van had grappling that could be exposed if he did get taken down to the ground by a guy with like very good control. So I mean, I kind of wanted to adopt the same reasoning for Taira versus Van, and I still am kind of prompted to do that, but I just don't know.
There's a good chance Taira would just maul Van. There is a good chance that would happen, but I don't know.
The issue with Taira before he lost to Royval was he kind of went with that game plan of I'm going to stand straight up tall, I'm just going to walk forward and get close enough to you, and then eventually work the grappling, which worked for the most part. But I think with Van, at that time, Van had enough of sprawl and brawl and actually timing entries, and Taira just never moving his head. Now the Taira that lost to Royval, like if he like losing to Royval was the best thing that ever happened to Taira, because if he would have beat Royval, that I don't know if that would have been the best thing for him career trajectory wise, because it forced him to have to address the fact that his striking defense and his head movement was absolutely atrocious. So I would have picked Van back then, but now it's hard to say because I wish I would have saw Van versus Pantoja so I could actually have a better way of gauging what Van's ground game is beyond just sprawling and like the occasional wrestling transitions. But right now I'm probably going to fence it on that one. But I feel like flyweight is kind of like a rock, paper, scissors thing where like 1 through 6 could all beat each other, but for like different reasons. That's my thing though. Probably might be hot potato.
But like Horiguchi beats him all.
No,
yeah,
no, he
I
doesn't.
agree. No, I'm glad you agree. Yeah, I've got like, you know what I mean. It's just how it is at the end of the day. But what else has happened this week?
I'm trying to think of. Has anything happened with? I mean, I don't know if I want to talk about Dan Hooker. I don't know. Is that even that interesting? We could.
No, he just likes knob. That's all it is. He likes knob.
Yeah,
oh well.
He likes,
you know,
whatever reason to is up to him.
He's got a side chick and he likes a bit of cock. So
that's up to him. We've got.
Well, he's a cheater. That's what niggas were ignoring.
No,
I don't think she cares, mate. I think
open relationship, not cheating.
Are you sure they have one? How do you know?
With his wife,
I don't know. I don't know.
I just thought it was funny that like the girl's dad was like, "You fucking dick."
Oh yeah,
like he was actually finna do something, bro.
Who was
like dick?
No, but look,
like shit.
Yeah,
you won't fake me.
But no, Murata, you can't cheat on a side chick. Like, how can a side chick accuse you of cheating?
No, he was cheating on his wife.
No, but the wife knew about the woman though.
Well,
but it's still cheating. It's still cheating, though.
But
no, cheating is when you break up. Cheating is when you go behind your person's back and you like do something they're not cool with. If his wife is cool with it, it can't be cheating. They just open. They swing.
But how do we know? How do you know if she's cool?
Jay,
with it?
it's a different country, nigga. If my girl.
Wait, why are you saying like a different country? Like New Zealand is so different than America.
Yeah, bro, they got different like societal norms, nigga. If my girl, if my girl follows a nigga on Instagram, nigga, if my girl follows a nigga on Instagram, I'm hot. Well, she never did that, but I'm just saying, like, if she did, it's different than whatever they're doing in New Zealand.
Yeah,
you understand,
dude? There's you know what though? Maybe she didn't know about the men. Maybe this is where it gets a bit murky.
No, but
right?
but the thing is, that was the side chick getting mad about the men. We didn't hear the wife say anything.
Bro, open relationships have to be the most confusing fucking thing of all time. How do you even?
At least he takes care of his kids. At least he takes care of his kids.
Yeah, no, he seems like
you're
a present
attacking my
father.
family.
Okay, what do you guys think about Strickland at the press conference? What y'all niggas think? 18 million views on Twitter, I think, bro. That nigga went. He blew up.
I mean,
Jay, what do you think, Mr.
What I think about his mic getting cut off?
Yeah.
I mean, here's how I look at it, right? Dana was talking about, I'm never going to censor nobody, da-da-da-da. You got to understand, Dana, you're not in charge, bro. Not even Mick Maynard, Sean Shelby, Hunter Campbell, they're not running the show. It's Paramount and TKO, right? So when them black SUVs pull up outside of Dana's crib and told him, listen, bro, if Sean even goes anywhere with the whole Islamophobia stuff, I wasn't even surprised that they cut his mic off because it's just a whole different ballgame. Like, I think people were speculating that it was because he said the grooming thing with Fluffy's coach. I don't really think so because he said all that and nothing happened. It's when he started saying the thing about Khamzat and then he said the goat thing. That's like when it cut off. Like, just like let's not act like in the cage when Manel Kopp said the thing to Kai Car France. They didn't snatch the mic from, like, that's not even like a new occurrence. They've done this before.
They did it to Kevin Lee when he was talking about Bernie Sanders.
Yeah, that's true.
Didn't they silence Tyron Woodley as well?
Yeah, dude, they were banning flags. Like, this isn't even like a new occurrence. This whole idea that like the UFC is like free speech, which I still don't get why people say that, because free speech has to do with like the government infringing on your right to speech, not like a private comment.
Bro,
but that's whatever.
The way I view it is quite simple. If you were in a job, right, let's say you work for what's your version of Asda Walmart, right? Let's say you work at Walmart, right? And you say to your boss, and this was, I think, what Sean Strickland said this week. I might be misquoting it, I might not. I'm pretty certain he said, Khamzat Chimaev is a Muslim effing terrorist, right? If you said something like that to your manager and he fired you, you can say, well, it's freedom of speech, I'm allowed to say it. And he can say, yes, but we don't allow it as a company that you work for. If you're working for a company and they don't like something that you say, they have every right to silence you if they want to. It's not that big of a deal. Like, it doesn't look good for Paramount if Sean Strickland's up there saying he's going to distract Khamzat Chimaev with a goat, you know, because he's a goat fucker or whatever it is that they
This
call
sport's
it.
fighting. We should be able to say anything, nigga. I'm a TikTok content creator, nigga. I say anything now, and niggas got mad, and people have got mad when I said stuff. And
I get what you're saying, but from Paramount's point of view and TKO's point of view, it makes them look bad.
Yeah, but you
I
got to think
understand I understand that, but okay, I'm an independent content creator. When I say shit and niggas are getting mad in the comments or going on outrages, oh, I'm racist, this, that, nigga, you're watching fighting. You watch niggas fight to the death. Why do you care what the fuck I say?
Not only that, but like, if you're saying it at Walmart, like, you know what I mean? There's not much goes to it. Whereas if you're saying it as a fighter, that goes towards hype towards your fight. Of course, the UFC want more hype towards their fight, whether it's good press, bad press. At the end of the day, it generates money. You know what I mean? So.
Strickland made that the biggest fight night. He made that the biggest fight night in UFC history. All the turning point USA niggas were.
No,
all the Charlie Kirk niggas were watching.
No,
yeah, they were.
Yeah,
they were.
No. Like I don't really buy the idea that Sean Strickland was getting outside people to watch the fight. Like, I think people may have heard about it from the outside bubble, but I don't think people who were not gonna watch a fight night to begin with were like, I need to watch Sean Strickland now because I want to see him get beat up. They might catch the highlight. Like, they might go on Twitter or Instagram and see what happened. But I don't know, to me, when it comes to like fighters saying off the wall stuff, I'm usually of the opinion that I just like to see them want to see him get beat up more. Like when Bryce Mitchell said what he said, I'm like, all right, well, I hope he gets beat up against Silva before I knew where Silva was standing on, right? Like, I am not saying fighters should get like fired or nothing, but I feel like if you have the right to say it, I have my right to say that I don't like it. Like, I think you can like a fighter for any reason. It doesn't have to be only fighting related. Because, I mean, people was hating on Bilal because he's just boring, but people don't be hating on like half of these like dudes who are more boring than him. But like Colby, for example, like Colby is like quote unquote entertaining on the mic, but his actual fighting style outside of the Usman fights was pretty boring to me for the most part. But yeah, no, like I should be allowed to say I don't like Sean Strickland because he be saying nonsense. I don't think just because it's a fighting sport, I can't not dislike him. Like, I understand that like what's the word I look for? Like, the culture in MMA is going to be vastly different because, I mean, even if we go back to like 2000s, right? Like, this is before when the UFC was more in like that whole bad boy phase, the whole rebellion phase, back when they were calling it human cockfighting, and Bob Arum was calling it like a sport for skinheads, which he might have been ahead of his time with that one. I can't lie. But regardless, like, I think, to me, I'm not asking for guys like Sean Strickland to get their mic cut off, but I can't blame people for not liking it because I don't like it, so I didn't feel bad that he got his mic cut off. But I think just because you fight doesn't absolve you from being like criticized or being a terrible person, just like in any other endeavor. Like, I think both can be true at the same time, that it's a violent sport, so there's going to be a more rough around the edges culture, but people can also be like, yeah, but I've got like a fine line though with what I'm willing to hear and tolerate. I'm not trying to hear that. That's how I feel personally.
You might be the first person wearing an outfit like that to have that opinion.
I just wanted to transition. What I was going to say is, so Sean Strickland said that he started to slate Amanda Nunes and started to say, oh, you know what, I can't even remember what she said, but he was like saying that she's like, oh, he doesn't watch women's MMA and shit, that's something of it. For the bog standards, yeah, okay, I understand. Women's MMA as a whole is a bit, you know, I get that. But when it comes to Amanda Nunes, I am telling you right now, Amanda Nunes is 10 times more entertaining to watch than Sean Strickland, and I'll die on that hill. If you're going to give an example, use other people. There's so many examples out there boring women's MMA fighter.
Yeah.
Amanda Nunes, you should not be going down. That's like someone trying to say to me as well, like, oh, he's more entertaining than like every single. I'm like, what? Zhang Weili, Amanda Nunes, bro, Chris Cyborg.
On
man.
average, Sean Strickland fights aren't entertaining.
Yeah,
yeah, no.
Paulo Costa was a stinker.
Bro,
yeah.
How do you make a Paulo Costa fight boring?
Yeah, my issue with Strickland, if we talking strictly Strickland, now this is where I gotta, cut my little ether real quick, bro. Here's my issue. Okay, first thing that I hate more than him saying all the off the wall stuff is that he's a fake demon. Now I get it, this sounds crazy because he just went out there and finished Fluffy, so it's gonna be like, oh, you're calling him a fake demon, he just gotta finish, yada yada. It's like his first finish in 3 years, whatever. And people are like, oh, well, like Vulcan, Easy, and these other guys haven't had a finish in a while. I'd say the same thing too. Like, but it's just more known because Sean Strickland's not known for finishing dudes. Like, it is noticeable when he finishes people. But regardless, Sean Strickland, to me, my biggest issue is that his fans live vicariously through him as, like, their representative to be, like, this keyboard Klansman when they themselves are not like that. Like, when Sean Strickland wins, they feel empowered to be like, oh, see, look, dude, white power, man, dude. Yeah, dude, we're pattern recognizers. Yeah, we stuck it to you. No, you didn't. First of all, you did not do that. Second of all, y'all can't act oblivious as to why people don't like Sean Strickland. And then when he wins, you're like in the replies of people call them like 30 different slurs. Like, that's why people don't like Strickland, because he not only encourages that behavior, but he just is like their representative. But my whole thing with Strickland in general, though, is I feel like the problem is, like, people accuse me of saying like, oh, you picked against him because of politics. Like, obviously there are some fighters I pick against out of spite, but generally speaking, I did genuinely believe Fluffy was going to win, and I will just say I was wrong. But it's like, the problem is, I think Sean Strickland brings out this side of the fan base, and like you said, the Kirk ones particularly, who that's the part I don't like. Like, at least with Colby, I'm gonna be honest, even though his fans were annoying too, I felt like they weren't going that far with it. Like, I feel like Strickland fans, a lot of them are like incel, like grave dwellers who are just in here. Like, I feel like most of them didn't even watch the fight. They just saw the highlight and were like, see, look, are you lib? You stupid lib. Yeah, I told you, dude. I told you Strickland was going to get him, dude. Like, go back to Africa and all this other nonsense.
Yeah, I've
right?
never... Yeah, Strickland fans are niggas that just strictly stay inside and hide. I've never met a Strickland fan in real life. Nigga, I be with training with all the MMA fighters, nigga. Ain't nobody ever said, nigga, oh, I fuck with Strickland. These are just, so I like I said, I think Strickland promoted the fight. I don't like Strickland, but when if I go on Twitter and I'm like, oh, I'm a big fan of Sean Strickland after he was saying all that shit, people are like, oh yeah, I love Sean Strickland. You're a weird nigga. Why do you
when
love
people,
this nigga?
when he calls like all Muslims terrorists, and then you'll just see a comment saying, this is why we love Sean.
Really? There's no need to love that nigga. You can like him. Love is a big word. So it's I have mixed feelings about it. I like the promotion because, I mean, I think a lot of Mexicans that were watching last night, all the niggas that were watching the Turning Point USA halftime show, they watched, and that's cool. Bring more fans to the sport. And but other than that, a lot of people are just watching to hate watch that nigga. Yeah, a lot of people are watching.
Yeah, no, for sure. The thing I will say is, it's probably a different discussion for a different time because it'd be a lot to get into. But the whole idea of separating the art from the artist, right? My issue was, but up until this fight, I could understand if Sean Strickland was fighting like, let's say, like Alex Pereira, or if he was like who's like Dustin Poirier, right? If he fought like Dustin Poirier, and people are like, I love him. Like for example, like, dude, Gaethje might not even be that far off from Strickland, but he just probably doesn't vocally say a lot of that stuff. But most people don't really care because Gaethje be putting on bangers, right? Same thing with like a lot of the MMA fighters. Like a lot of them, if you probably pulled them aside and you asked them to say some of these things with the cameras off, they might not be that far from Strickland. But as fans, you're willing to kind of like let it slide for the most part if you're not on that timing because they're entertaining. My thing is with Strickland was, it's like, at a certain point, the art ain't good enough to separate. And now he finally got this finish. So now we're in this life cycle of, oh, well, dude, he's super exciting. Dude, give him a title shot. Even though we have Imavov. We got Imavov just right here. And people are like, dude, man, Sean versus Khamzat, dude. And I understand, Murata, you think Sean give Khamzat trouble, but that's beside the point. It's just, I feel like if you're going to be that type of person, I think like they both gotta align for me. Like you gotta be putting in the cage where I'm like necessary evil. Like, dude, the biggest testament to this is Conor McGregor. Like, saying like what Conor McGregor did outside the cage is terrible. But the reason why Conor McGregor can do something like that, same with John Jones, can do the stuff that they do, and you'll still always have those fan of people who will want to see him fight, who literally hate them. Because what they do in the cage, like, let's just keep it a buck. It's entertaining. So there is this weirdness to it where, and this happens just in entertainment and in sports in general. I mean, like, let's keep it a buck. People are going to get mad at me for saying this, but like Michael Jackson, look, hold on. If any 30-year-old man confessed to the things that he willingly said that he did, you wouldn't be friends with him. But he made Billie Jean, he made Thriller, he made all the music. So you know what? You just kind of like let it go. R. Kelly, if R. Kelly was ugly and he sounded like Ice JJ Fish, they would have locked him up the moment they found out. And the same thing goes for like Bilal Muhammad can't grab a mic right now and start saying like 30 slurs and that. They're going to pack him up immediately. There's a reason why, like, like they were pulling flags for certain fighters because they don't got no leverage. Like the Russians, they can't get away with that stuff. No. But if you do have that appeal to you, and Sean, it's not really in the cage. It's just that, like, I'll admit it, like the incel kick Twitch stream crowd, I mean, they show up, I guess, but
you can separate, I feel like, separating the art from the artist, it's like, it's the most, I think, even just the White House card, for example, like, Jay, you especially don't like the idea of the White House card.
What do you mean, brother? I love the White House card. I want to see my American patriot Bo Nickel. I want to see Sean Strickland. I want to see that one young fine lady, Kayla Harrison, beat that Brazilian.
Joe Pfeiffer.
Hey, we're clipping this shit. That's like you being serious.
Listen here, pal. Justin Gaethje. He beat that Ilya Taptoro fool, man. He gonna say he back where he came from. Listen, Ilya Taptoro, he ain't never seen real American steel like Justin Gaethje, brother. Man, listen, dude. You libs let it talk about. Oh man, like listen,
I'm a big truck driver, Trump supporter. Yeah, buckshot shoot me.
Real women vote for Trump.
Listen, brother, if he can go for a third term, I'd vote for a fourth time. Listen, let me tell you something.
Through those darn emails.
Brother, let's talk about Biden and Obama in them files. I don't know what we're talking about. Listen.
Hey, I think I was right.
What does it say?
It sold out.
Coming more.
Oh, sold out crowd in Houston?
Heck
yeah, brother. I was there to see Strickland, man. Brother, that guy, Anthony Hernandez, brother, you think you can beat a guy like Sean Strickland? Listen, Sean Strickland, he don't beat Israel Adesanya. And listen, I don't know who named their child Israel. That shit, no, I don't like that.
Well, somebody called Israel's our friend. Some might say.
Nah, listen, brother.
We like anything with Israel.
I'm 100% American. I am America first. And when the White House card, you know who else I want to see? I want to see Chuck Liddell come back. I want to see Chuck Liddell versus Alex Pereira. Dude, Alex Pereira, I don't know what's going on with the light heavyweight division. I remember when the light heavyweight division was made with real Americans. Heavyweight division, Tom Aspinall.
You should have been like this the entire podcast, you know.
Tom Aspinall, let me tell you something. He ain't beating no Jonathan Jones. Listen, Jonathan Jones, I'm not usually the biggest fan of guys like Jonathan Jones. I'm not.
We make an exception.
No, listen, Jonathan Jones, when he beat Trump and hit one of these, that's a good one right there. I love me.
I think this might be the perfect way to send off the podcast. Have we got anything else we need to talk about?
I'm gonna end off with this. Listen. Kamaruddin Usman, I think he should be the one fighting Islam because at least he's one of the ones who wants to represent this country, unlike some of these folk here who don't want to wear the rep the flag. Kamaru Usman, he is a proud American to me. I don't care where you come from. I don't care if you come from Algeria, Egypt, wherever he's from. I love Kamaru Usman, man. But heavyweight division, I want to see Jonathan Jones fight for that belt again, you know, because he's a proud patriot. Light heavyweight, I don't really know that Jiri Prochaska and Carlos. I don't know. That Khamzat fella.
Ulberg.
That Khamzat fellow, I'm a little scared of him. I don't know what he believe in. And people he be around, I say we keep a distance from him. Middleweight, dude. I think Bo Nickel, Joe Pfeiffer, those some guys I want to see at the top.
Yeah.
But no, Sean Strickland, yes, he gonna beat that Khamzat fellow. Welterweight. Who the welterweight champion again? Who the welterweight champion? Who that guy? Islam Khabib. Is that his name? Which fella? Which one is it? Is that the Khabib fella? Is that the Khabib fella?
Oh my!
It's
God.
it's the Khabib fella.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think personally, when I look at the welterweight division, I think Kobe Covington can get him. I think Kobe, you know, he's got the cardio. Then a lightweight, yeah, Justin Gaethje. He beat that little that bloke, that little British bloke, Pat Pimley, little like that little bowl cut. Yeah, he sent him back over to Liverpool.
Nah, we're going too far, man. We don't need disrespect the English.
And then at
Featherweight, fucking hell, lad.
You know, featherweight.
Yeah,
you know,
Steve Garcia.
Now Steve Garcia, he's not a real American.
Calvin Kattar.
Nah, I don't know. I don't like the Boston fella. Them boys. I want a real American.
Yeah, what do you think of Lerone Murphy then, mate?
Lerone Murphy, you know, he a nice fella, you know, but I'm not too fond of the English. But you know, honestly, at featherweight, man, I don't know, man. There's not a lot of guys I like at featherweight. I mean, it's a shame that Bryce Mitchell ain't there no more. You know, at bantamweight, you know,
Bryce Mitchell.
At bantamweight, you know, honestly, I think a guy I would love to see be champion. I mean, Bryce Mitchell there now, man. Bryce Mitchell.
Yeah.
I mean, Talbot, you know, he's a little interesting. You know, listen, it's 2026. I support everybody lifestyle. You know, the Talbot fella, he seemed like a good, you know, all-American kid. I wouldn't mind him being champion one day, but just, you know, keep that away from me. And then at flyweight, man, you know, Van, you know, listen. Van, I don't know how I feel about him. He's a fine.
You got Cody Durden, no?
Nah, Cody Durden. That boy from Tennessee. I don't like Cody Durden. If I want a real flyweight champion, man, dude, I want Tim Elliott. I want me real American and Tim Elliott. And for the women, I don't know.
We don't know any women.
Listen, I think Kayla Harrison, and you know, I tolerate her. She cool.
What about Ronda?
I don't know, man.
Oh shit, Ronda's back, isn't she? No one gives it. No, Ronda's back.
We
and
forgot
no
to-
one gives a fuck.
No, next podcast.
Hold on.
We forgot to even fucking answer viewer questions.
Oh man,
We'll have to do it next time.
But listen, you know what, man? Listen to all you viewers. Listen, ask me a question. In fact, I'll be back for the next episode. I'll be here with the rest of them.
Questions in the comments. Questions in the comments.
Get your questions in the comments, and that question is not allowed to be, can you timestamp the video? It has to be a different question.
It's going to be timestamped this time. And yeah, okay. We're going to, guys, and we might have another guest too, okay?
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
I don't know,
Thank
man.
you, everybody, for watching.
Can we make sure the next guest is someone of more... Okay,
I was going to say, fucking call it raps, man.
Yeah. Questions in the comments, and put people you want to see guest in the comments too.
And
okay, good.
subscribe to the OnlyFans. Goodbye, everybody.